Hey, how's it going, Beyblades? Forgot to put the idle music. We'll give it a couple minutes to have a couple people get in here before I start. Oh, gotta have the background. No, not idle. All right, there. Oh, how's it going, Code? I know that you were prepping up with me too. Ooh. Oh, how's it going, Valen? I can make it. Okay, so the way I have this set up, I can see chat on my phone, but I probably can't do too much actual OBS change. How was the background? I just want something so it's not pure quiet. Like I want it to be low, but not like so low that it's, I don't know. I want it to be low so it's not silent, but at the same time, will it start raining? Okay, so I'll lower it now. Oh, that's totally cool, Mr. Pilgrim. I started at about 9:30, give or take. For Christmas, Cody's parents gave us a big bottle of Sky vodka, so I'm having a Sprite cranberry vodka, which, when it comes to me, my tongue is a bit weird in the sense that like 90% of alcohols I can taste it through the drink. So that's why I'm not a little more drunk, because I'm kind of sipping, but oh man. But I started drinking and then I had food, so because if I drink on an empty stomach I actually get drunk, but if I don't, then I usually don't as easily. Mister. All right. 5 minutes passed. Let's begin. Um, all of these stories are going to be from the same guy. um, which he's one of my favorite fanfic writers. It's going to be all Garfield. He makes some other ones. We're not going to do those. It's all Garfield. We're going to start with the one that most people know, and the selection's going to be weird. Let's check it out. Oh no. We're going to do Garfield helped celebrate the wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton. Then we're going to do Garfield teaches Ralphie about the true meaning of Christmas. We're not doing the Frasier one's pretty good, but we're not doing the Frasier one because this is Garfield's Rockin' Field. Garf Years Rockin' Field. So it's all Garfield all the time. But he does a Darkwing Duck Batman crossover. He does, I think it's Screech from, is it Boy Meets World or Saved by the Bell? I don't know. I never really watched him. And Frasier. Yeah. But Garfield performs at Super Bowl and Kanye West swears revenge. So it's Garfield X against Kanye West. Garfield fights in the American Revolution. Garfield fights in a world tournament. Garfield saves Natalie Portman from vampire gangsters. High Speed Adventure, so I think that's just speed. And Garfield talks to Charlie Sheen to save the show 2.5 Men. and depending on how time go, well, and we're going to end it with the second because Royal Rescue has a part 2. Yeah. My absolute favorite one is the longest, 31,000 words. That's why we're not doing it on this. It is Garfield in the if Shepard was Garfield in the Mass Effect universe, and it has twists, it has turns. It ends pretty much. Each chapter ends how you would expect, but at the same time, how it gets there is crazy. It's like his best work, but it's 19 chapters and 31,000 words long. So I'm not doing that one for this. Shepard. Shit. But I need to reread it because when I first read it, I never played a Mass Effect. Now I've played all 3 of them with Cody, and I know all the characters, so I'll probably enjoy it even more. Limber? Oh, right. And I'll probably go in between doing voices and not. But... and for this one, I'm kind of... this one was actually... it was read by a bunch of people, so I might be copying their voices subconsciously. But anyways, enough rambling, which I'm going to be doing because I'm starting to feel it. Garfield Royal Rescue. Garfield was relaxing, having some scotch and lasagna, when John Arbuckle came with emergency news. Garfield, it is terrible. I have the bad news, John Arbuckle said with crying words. Stop your sob stories and give me your thoughts, Garfield said with serious demands. It is terrible, Garfield. Kate Middleton and Prince William are getting married, but you are not invited, John Arbuckle said with outrage. This is lies, roared Garfield with an angry voice. It is true. Look and see. John Arbuckle showed Garfield a letter that came through the mail, that came with room mailboxes. That's too close. Dear Garfield, you are not invited to the royal wedding. Sincerely, Royal England Family, said the letter with insult. Invite this, shouted Garfield as he tore up the letter with manly hands. This is last straw. I will not stand for insults to humanity. Garfield cried out to the ceiling with fist clenched with justice. What will you do, Garfield? Asked John Arbuckle with wondering. I will do what any good man does when insulted with words. I will crush wedding with righteousness, Garfield warned with determination and varying accent. It is dangerous. Royal edicts are there with power, John Arbuckle warned with caution. The only edict I serve is my fist, said Garfield as he walked out with intentions. Meanwhile, in England, Buckingham Palace, Prince William and Kate Middleton were getting ready for marriage ceremonies. Kate Middleton, I already forget his voice. I think it was more foppish. Kate Middleton, soon we will be in marriage, and all will be well. You will be Princess of England, and all will bow to you, said Prince William with celebration. Yes, I am happiness, but I wish Garfield was here. I am missing Garfield's macho charm and rugged good looks, Kate Middleton said with distant longing. Forget Garfield. He is not coming for as long as I am prince of this land. You are mine and mine alone. Oh, wait about. Mine and mine alone, said Prince William, grasping Kate Middleton tightly. But, Kate Middleton said with whimper, there will be no buts for you. No cat, no matter how manly, will steal my woman, shouted Prince William with anger. Oh, Garfield, cried out Kate Middleton with wanting. Oh, yeah, Garfield Fanfics, written by the best Garfield fanfic writer. Let's see. Oh. Yes. Oh, it gets fucking crazier. But anyway, meanwhile, Garfield was getting ready for trip to lovely country of England. Time to prepare for my British vacation. The only souvenir will be flaming vengeance, Garfield said as he packed his things. Garfield, be careful of stress. It is killer with heart disease and cholesterol, John Arbuckle warned with advice. I have no time for stress. There is British damsel that needs saving, Garfield said with stern voice. Farewell, John Arbuckle. Hold down fort when I am gone, Garfield said as he left for adventure. You know it, Garfield. Show them what a real man is made of, John Arbuckle said as he grasped Garfield's arm for a manly handshake. Garfield then boarded his jet and lifted off for takeoff with thunder-like speed. Garfield soared through sky over oceans and oceans till he came to the island of England. Garfield then braked his jet and prepared for jumping. Time for the British invasion, said Garfield as he leapt out of jet into country of Great Britain to administer justice like a prime minister of iron. Garfield opened his parachute with lasagna logo, but it was in no mood for playtime. Parachutes are for little girls and babies in wheelchairs, said Garfield as he cut his parachute off for free fall fun. Meanwhile, in Buckingham Palace, Prince William was dressing up in wedding clothes. All of a sudden, he sensed great power. No, it can't be! It must be my imagination playing tricks on me, said Prince William with self-delusional fear. Prince William, we are ready for the wedding, said the servants. Very well. I am almost ready. Now leave before I am lashing your back. Yes, my master, said the servants with cowering. Shit. You're laughing. He's making me laugh. Shit. The Queen of England then entered Prince William's room with words. Okay, I'm terrible with women voices. This is your special day, yet I am unsure you have proven true manhood, said Queen of England. I am true man. All will England will see, said Prince William with defiance. Why have you not invited Garfield? Do you fear to face real man? Asked the Queen of England with challenge. I fear no man or cut, shouted Prince William as he tossed champagne glass at mirror, shattering all into millions in fits of anger. I am the Prince of all English. All will cower before my monarchical might. Not even Garfield can defeat me, declared Prince William with a royal decree. Meanwhile, Garfield was walking in streets of London with purpose. As Garfield walked with straight steps, Englishmen cheered and shouted his name with joy. Garfield! Garfield! Cheered the Englishmen as Garfield walked to Buckingham Palace. Garfield walked with sternness and determination to destination, for he was on mission. Garfield walked and walked until he came to Buckingham Palace gate. No gate can take my power, Garfield bellowed with majesticness as he punched down the gate with one punch. Garfield, with purpose and feet, as stormed to wedding palace of matrimony. Royal guards came rushing to arrest him, but they were not of match. There's Garfield! Arrest him in the name of the prince! Shouted the guards with princely loyalty. Relax, my English hombres. You are being relieved of duty, said Garfield, chilly as hit royal guards with fists and feet of speed like typhoons, sending them miles high and exploding. Garfield picked up a guard and raised him high in the air like a feather. Here, why not enjoy the delicacy of fresh fish and chips, quipped Garfield as he tossed the guard into the sea. There is plenty of salt for you in there, said Garfield with cleverness as he walked away. Ooh, excuse me, I'll have this quick sip. Garfield marched on his mission till he came to wedding parties with food and drink. More guards came for ambushing, but Garfield handled it like man. It is tea time, have a sip, said Garfield as he took tea kettle and tossed it at the guards. Ah, no! Cried out the guards as the tea melted them into skeletons. Garfield came on the table with food with wedding guests sitting around on celebration. No lasagna! What is the blasphemy? Garfield roared in anger as he threw table on wedding guests. Lasagna is food for warriors and kings. Do not be forgetting this, you worms, Garfield roared as he walked in. Garfield soon came upon wedding ceremony with Prince William and Kate Middleton at altar being wed. Everyone heard Garfield's manly footsteps like thunder in the sea. Prince William turned around and saw his fear become realities. Garfield! Yelled Prince William in tones of squealing horror. How rude, have you not heard of royal tradition? It is rules that I am first to have woman before marriage, Garfield stated with cold effect. Yeah, Garfield has prima nocta in this universe. I love it. Garfield, you'll never have my woman. I am prince above all, declared Prince William with arrogant laugh. Garfield looked at Prince William with eyes of seeing and spoke with words of saying. Even princes must obey the law of the fist, but do not be worrying, for I will give you fair trial. Here is the judge, and here is the jury, Garfield said as he raised 2 fists for showing. Enough nonsense! Feel might of royal jewels, said Prince William as he snapped his fingers. At Prince William's commands, noises was heard. Mighty Big Ben transformed into giant laser cannon and aimed at Garfield with blasting intent. Tick-tock, it's 12 o'clock. Time to die, said Prince William with mocking words. At these words, Big Ben fired at Garfield with beams of fury. However, Garfield was not laser-phased and backhanded a laser beam with ease. Impossible! Cried out Prince William with shocked. Did you not learn physics in Prince School? Lasers bounce off my mighty man muscle, Garfield tutored with teachings. Oh, damn it, too high. I silence your mockery forever! Die! Yelled Prince William as he took out a long sword and thrust it at Garfield, but Garfield caught his arm in midair and crushed bones with crab-like a grip. It looks like your time has run up, quaped Garfield as he tossed Prince William into Big Ben, exploding them both. No! Cried Prince William as he crashed into Big Ben for an explosion. Good night, sweet prince, said Garfield with cool words as he walked away. After victory, Kate Middleton ran to Garfield and embraced him with arms. Garfield, thank you. When I was marrying him, I only thought of you, thanked Kate Middleton with gratitude. No problem, my British biscuit. You must save me juicy piece of your shepherd's pie. Garfield responded with flirtations. Garfield, you're a true hero and real man. We want to make you honorary King of England, Queen Elizabeth said with royal orders. Cool that her child is dead. I am sorry, but I am busy. Oh no, his grandchild. But I am sorry. I am busy living fast life of fast adventures and faster women. Garfield rejected with sympathies. Very well. At least accept possession of Duke of Ireland, said Queen of England. Fine, but first I must be attending to important business, said Garfield as he picked up Kate Middleton and brought her to royal bedroom, where he could show her how real men love women. Garfield, please make me your queen, said Kate Middleton with warm tone. I do not have castle to give you, but I have mighty tower for you to climb, Garfield said with seduction. Garfield, I want you to joust me like a valiant knight, Kate Middleton cried out with desire. Garfield then rode Kate Middleton like mighty knight taming wild stallion. With mighty force, Garfield jousted Kate Middleton with manly lance into late hours of night, and all heard the sound of their romances. The end? And also, hi Zeronic, how's it going? Also, oh yeah, I appreciate it. That's part of the reason that this exists. Specifically, it's a rehash of that line. Yeah, this and the sequel is amazing, but we're going to put that off. We're going to start with the first one and end with the last one. So, if you want to see the craziness, because the second one gets crazy, so if you want to see the craziness of the second one, well, then you might have to stay till the whole time, or just watch the VOD, either way. But yeah, have a nice night, Zeronic, and if anybody else said there we go. But oh, also, how's it going, Hite? I didn't. Yeah, I'm not really looking like how I have to do this. It's all up. Like my whole screen is the stories. So like I have to look down every once in a while to check chat. So sorry if I'm delayed and stuff like that. But quick sip, and then we will start a Garfield story. Garfield teaches Ralphie about the true meaning of Christmas. Special holiday story. It's a bit late, but hey. Oh man, I can really taste the vodka in that. But yeah, I want to say, I don't know if Cody's read a lot of these. I think He's only read the 2 Royal Rumbles or Royal Rescues. I've read most of these, including, as I said, the 31,000 word one. Whew, but okay. One more sip. It was good potato, thank you. The Garfield story. Oh, also, I'm going to apologize in advance. Terrible with voices, so do not go by voices for characters. So, like, my Ralphie voice might be totally different throughout this whole fucking thing. Even Garfield one, I'm kind of going Duke Nukem / fucking Terminator, I guess? I don't know. Anyways, the Garfield story. It was Christmas Eve, and Ralphie was looking to max and relax. Boy, I just can't wait for Christmas. It's the best time of year. Soon I will have the Red Ryder BB gun, and wealth, glory, and women will be mine for the taking, thought Ralphie to himself. I forgot, man. This one's fucking balls to the wall. I love this one. I think it's probably like my 3rd favorite. The verse, yeah. Anyways. Ralphie was chilling and dreaming of BB gun conquest. Ralphie's mother came in to check on him. Ralphie, tomorrow's the big day, and you have been a most excellent boy this year. Soon all of your dreams will come true, said Ralphie's mother with comfort words. Yes, you are right, mother. Soon I will have everything a man can want. The Red Ryder BB gun. With it, the world will be my clam, Ralphie responded as he lounged back in his smoking jacket and took a sip of his Ovaltine. Christmas is not all about the Red Ryder BB gun. It's also about family, friends, and being together with loved ones, scolded Ralphie's mother with teachings. Do not be lecturing me, woman. The Red Ryder BB gun is the means and the ends, the alpha and the omega. Ralphie responded with fury. Oh, Ralphie, thought Ralphie's mother as she walked out of his room, shaking her head. Y'all motherfuckers don't know where the story is going. Anyway. Also, sorry for calling you guys motherfuckers. But, like, you don't know where the story is fucking going. Did I already read that? Yes. Enough frivolous talking. Time for sleep, so Christmas may come and I may meet BB gun destiny, said Ralphie to himself as he lied down for slumber. That night, Ralphie dreamed of BB gun glory, taking what was his and leaving scraps of dogs for anyone else. Women knelt by his feet and wealth of decadence surrounded him. When he awoke, he was sweating with anticipation to meet his BB gun glory. He rushed downstairs with feet guarded by Valkyries. When he came downstairs, his family was there waiting for him. We are ready to open presents. Come sit down with your family, said Ralphie's father. Excellent! The time has come! Let the games begin! said Ralphie as he sat down to open his destiny. Ralphie tore through presents like a tiger tearing through fresh lobster. But time and again, he was met with disappointment. Clothes, socks, and toys for mere children, not the item of desire that he so sought with eagerness. The gravest of insults came with the next present. It contained pink bunny pajamas. What is this foolishness? Roared Ralphie with indignity. Oh, how adorable. You must try it on, said Ralphie's mother with encouragement. I would rather try on a hat full of mustard, Ralphie said with disgust. Ralphie, you will not open another present until you try this on, commanded Ralphie's father with orders. So be it, said Ralphie as he walked upstairs to try on his pink bunny pajamas. As Ralphie changed, he thought to himself of how the Red Ryder BB gun would make his all worthwhile. Once I get my Red Ryder BB gun, I will repay this humiliation tenfold, Ralphie thought to himself with contempt. Ralphie changed into his pink bunny pajamas and came downstairs to the delight of his mother and the mockings of his brother. Ha ha ha, you are Pink Bunny, said Ralphie with a mocking. Dance for me, boy! Do the bunny dance, said Ralphie's mother with a mad smile on her face. Ralphie swallowed his considerable pride and hopped like a bunny he was supposed to be. Hop, 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 said Ralphie as he hopped, the fire of rage burning inside him. exclaimed Ralphie's family with joyous mocking as they watched Ralphie hop. May I please stop? Cried out Ralphie with tears of humiliation in his eyes. Very well, go up and change when you open the rest of your presents, Ralphie's father said with mercy. Ralphie rushed upstairs like a speeding hurricane, and faster than 3 nanoseconds was back in normal clothes and heading downstairs. Looks like you only have one present left, said Ralphie's father, pointing in the corner to the room where one lone box stood. It was long and rectangular and intrigued Ralphie. Ralphie rushed to it with opening intent and tore open the wrapper with ferocity of an owl. But the revelation of opening would shatter his heart, for what he saw shocked his mind and crushed his spirits. A George Foreman grill! Cried out Ralphie with despair. Yes, now you can grill burgers at faster than light speeds with a minimum mess, said Ralphie's mother proudly. There comes a day when every boy must enter manhood and get his own George Foreman grill, said Ralphie's father with fact. The rage of anger and the boil of blood filled Ralphie's body, and he could no longer control the fury. No! Cried out Ralphie as he picked up grill and smashed it on his knee. In fit of rage, Ralphie went to the basement to his satanic shrine to perform profane rituals. Mighty Lucifer, grant me the power to seek revenge and take all of the Red Ryder BB guns I desire, requested Ralphie with darkness. Very well, boomed a voice from the shrine. I will make you my avatar on Earth, and you will bring hell to it, said the voice as it infused Ralphie with unholy power. Dark power of pure evil overcame Ralphie, and he turned from Ralphie 9-year-old boy into Ralphie, Lord of Darkness. In his hand was a flaming Red Ryder BB gun, which he can administer his terrible vengeance with. As his transformation completed, Ralphie's parents and brother entered the basement to see what the commotion was all about. Ralphie, what are you doing? Asked Ralphie's mother. Silence, woman. You no longer have any hold over me, Ralphie boomed with evil hell voice. Ralphie, stop this nonsense at once, scolded Ralphie's father with discipline. Fool, I am the new lord of this house, and from it I will conquer Earth with hellfire, Ralphie declared, as with evil as he summoned a bailer to capture his former family. Meanwhile, in the hottest nightclub in Big City, Garfield was sipping champagne and eating lasagna as sexy ladies sat around him and laughed at his jokes. And that is why the puppy got arrested for larceny, joked Garfield with punchlines. Garfield, you are so witty, laughed sexy ladies with sides splitting. Amidst the laughing at Garfield's joke, there was a news report on TV. Damn, I'm out of voices. Attention all, Ralphie has summoned a portal to hell and has waged war on this planet to establish his dark kingdom. If only a true hero was man enough to save humanity, said news reporter with warnings. Outrageous, Garfield roared as he crushed champagne glass in his hand. Oh, Garfield, must you go again? Can you not stay and tell us more hilarity and pleasure with your manly body? Sexy ladies asked with pining. Sorry, my sweets. But there is a lad who needs punishing, said Garfield as he stood up for leaving. Ralphie, you have been a naughty boy, and you are going to be getting a stocking full of lead, Garfield said chilly as he loaded his Desert Eagle. Also, Garfield's weapon of choice beside his fist is a Desert Eagle. Okay, yeah, I need another sip. Excuse me. Garfield strode outside where his red Corvette was waiting. In the distance, where Ralphie's house once was, he saw a spiraling tower of darkness surrounded by flames and fire. Ralphie, I have a special Christmas present for you.
Eat, or drink. Anything from the bottles
Thank you.
and boxes.
Ralphie, I have a special Christmas present for you. 2 orders of fist wrapped in pain, Garfield said as he hopped into his red Corvette. Garfield drove at cutting-edge speeds to battle the forces of darkness. As Garfield drove by, he saw demonic servants of Ralphie stealing Red Ryder BB guns from a toy store. Oh no, it's Garfield, cried out the demon fiends in terror. Beams of fire into the abyss of my fist, Garfield said as he punched the demons with a hurricane of punches, sending back to their hellhome. Man, sorry. There's your return trip home, courtesy of death, Garfield said with coolness as he leapt back into Red Corvette for driving. As Garfield drove closer to Ralphie's Tower of Darkness, scenery began to change to fiery hellscape. Trees darkened and twisted to dead husks, and sky filled with fire and ash. Ralphie, you will pay what you have done to the environment, Garfield said with ecology. Garfield finally arrived at Tower Gates, guarded by two giant bull demons, one wielding a mace and the other a giant axe. No one may enter the domain of Lord Ralphie, bellowed the bull demons. I have no time for bull, Garfield said as he took out his Desert Eagle. Garfield with one bullet shot one bull demon in the head, which then ricocheted off of the gate and into the other bull demon's head, killing them both. Bullseye, Garfield said with slick style as he holstered his Desert Eagle. Upon Bull Demon's defeat, Garfield kicked down gates with a manly foot and entered the Tower of Ralphie. In the lobby, Garfield saw statues and mosaics of Ralphie with his beloved Red Ryder BB gun, as well as fountains of lava and blood. Ralphie, Santa Claus is off duty, and the only slaying being done tonight will be to you, Garfield said as he walked into lobby. In the center of lobby, Garfield saw an elevator to the top of the tower. The elevator to hell leads up, Garfield pondered with philosophy. As he entered the elevator and pressed up, the elevator shot up like steam train powered by gas and brought Garfield to Ralphie's throne room. When reaching destination, Garfield saw Ralphie sitting upon throne of bone, dressed in dark metal armor with spikes. Behind him was a portal to hell, where he summoned his demonic armies of chaos. Next to him was his family, locked in a cage hanging over a pit of lava.
Garfield, I should have known you would try to interfere with my plans, but it is of no use. The very power of hell is mine to command.
Ralphie spoke with mocking words. Ralphie, you have been bad. Now it's time for corporal punishing, Garfield said as he cracked his knuckles.
The only punishing that will be done will be from me to this world. I have suffered enough indignities. The earth will pay for denying me my Red Ryder BB gun.
Ralphie roared with fist clenched with rage. You have forgotten true meaning of Christmas. Let me remind you, Garfield said as he took out his Desert Eagle.
Enough talking. Get him, my minion,
Ralphie ordered to his bailer. Ralphie's 15-foot Baylor demon approached Garfield with roars and growls and fire coming out of eyes, but Garfield was not impressed. Chew on this, Garfield said as he threw a grenade into the Baylor's mouth. Garfield then shot the grenade with his Desert Eagle, blowing the Baylor's head off. The louder they roar, the louder they explode, Garfield said with manly confidence.
So, Garfield, my minion has proven no match for you. Very well. It is no matter, for the power of darkness protect me.
Ralphie gloated with glee. We'll see about this, Garfield said as he fired a barrage of bullets at Ralphie, but to his surprise, they deflected off harmlessly.
See, Garfield, no force on this earth can harm me. Now feel the wrath of hell,
declared Ralphie as he raised his flaming Red Ryder BB gun at Garfield. It will take more than force field to hide from my justice, Garfield said with stern righteousness. Let's go up a little. Garfield took out from his pocket a silver bullet blessed by Saint Michael and Santa Claus and loaded it into his Desert Eagle. If you love hell so much, why not move there permanently? Garfield said as he shot the silver bullet. The bullet soared and broke through Ralphie's dark barrier and bore into his chest.
No!
Cried out Ralphie in pain as he fell back into his own hell portal, getting sucked in. The portal then exploded, leaving him no escape. Hell is for children, Garfield quipped as he put lasagna cigarette in his mouth. After disposing of villainy, Garfield freed Ralphie's family from their prison cage. Thank you, Garfield. You are a true hero, and it is a shame our son could not be a real man like you, said Ralphie's father with admiration.
Yay, Garfield,
shouted Randy with joy of seeing his hero.
Garfield, you have done us and the world great favor today. I would like to thank you in private,
said Ralphie's mother, rubbing Garfield's manly biceps. Why, sure thing, my holiday honey. I have a special present for you that needs unwrapping, Garfield said, pointing down to his pants.
Very well. Let us go and celebrate the season the way we were meant to,
said Ralphie's mother as she led Garfield to the bedroom. As they walked, Ralphie's father and Randy gave Garfield a thumbs up. A thumbs up. When they were at the bedroom, Ralphie's mother laid down on bed.
Garfield, give me pleasure like Santa Claus gives out presents, with generosity and enthusiasm,
said Ralphie's mother, still wanting. Very well, my Christmas cutie. I will climb down your chimney and make you sing carols, Garfield said with a wink as he let down his pants for pleasure party.
Garfield, you know just what to say to warm a woman on a cold winter night,
said Ralphie's mother with swooning. You know it, babe. I have a candy cane that needs licking and its flavor never runs out, said Garfield as he unleashed his man staff.
I have been a good girl this year. Please give me what I deserve,
said Ralphie's mother as she undid her clothes. I'm going to stuff your stocking with loving, Garfield said as he climbed on Ralphie's mother and rode her like a one-horse open sleigh. Garfield rode Ralphie's mother with force and power, bringing her higher than Santa's sleigh and making her feel joy like she never felt. Through his loving, her heart and body filled with holiday spirit, and they made love like warm eggnog, sweet, thick, and intoxicating. The end? Author's note. I would like to wish everyone belated happy holidays. Stay safe and do not summon demons. Whew. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to sip and catch up on chat, because I said I can't read chat while I'm reading. Also, are you alright, Cody? She got up and kind of stumbled a bit. I think she's thinking a little more than I am. But yeah, that one. Because I didn't check up on him for the longest time. I thought he was done. Then one day I checked it out and I'm like, that's 10 stories I've never read. And I read that one and oh my god, that's one of my favorites. Whew. Also, it's pretty fucking great that Garfield walks in, kills the little boy, takes his power, and then fucks his mother while his dad just thumbs up. It's fucking great. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna wait just 1 second because Cody's listening in person. I should go to the bathroom. So, quick break. How's it going, everyone who wants to talk? I mean, if you want to lurk, you can lurk and think how you're feeling, and then I'll pick it up psychically. Oh, you alright? Alright. The Garfield Bowl. Garfield is chosen to perform at Super Bowl halftime. Kanye West swears revenge. Now, another little warning, just because I'm a little whatever. I'm definitely not good at impersonations. So, all these actual people, they're going to be just my generic random voices. Actually, maybe I'll give Kanye West the weird. You know what? I'll make him Skeletor. Like I've been making random people. Because I think Ralphie was just pretty much weird Skeletor. Anyway, Garfield Bowl. It was a sunny morning when the Super Bowl committee was about to announce the halftime act for the Super Bowl. In attendance was famous singers like Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, and Kanye West. Kanye West sat in smug contempt knowing he would be chosen. I will be singing the halftime show. I am the greatest living man, even greater than Garfield, thought Kanye West to himself with vanity. As committee chairman opened letter, all gasps with anticipation and sweat ran down their faces. The next Super Bowl halftime show act will be Garfield, declared the Super Bowl committee announcer with excitement. Everyone cheered and celebrated except Kanye West, who exploded into a fit of rage. What? Cried out Kanye West as he bolted from chair.
This is an abomination. I am the chosen artist of the millennium. It should be me who performs, shouted Kanye West with grandiosity. You are chosen man of the trash heap. Garfield is clearly the greatest man. Oh, I thought it was Garfield saying that. You are the chosen garbage man of the trash heap. Garfield is clearly the greatest man, said Super Bowl committee chairman Kanye West. You will all pay for this in dividends, Kanye West said as he boarded his private jet. Take me home. I need to speak with my lovely Kim for advice, said Kanye West to Pilot as he sat back in his recliner chair. Kanye West's private plane flew like eagle with a wing full of fury and came to his mansion headquarters. Kanye West departed his plane to enter the comfort of his house and be greeted by his beloved. Oh, Kanye, you are back and you must be so happy you are singing in the Super Bowl, Kim Kardashian said, rushing to Kanye West. No, you will not believe the insults I endured. I will not be singing in the Super Bowl. Instead, it'll be Garfield, spat out Kanye West in disgust. But Kanye, you are the chosen artist of the millennium. This cannot be, said Kim Kardashian with disbelief. I know, something must be done. I cannot let them disrespect my artistry, Kanye West said with determination. Maybe it's time to use Plan Zero, said Kim Kardashian with advice. Yes, with Plan Zero, they will be forced to obey me and honor my contributions to humanity, Kanye West said with glorious delusion. Meanwhile, in an expensive clothing store, Beyonce, Rihanna, Katy Perry, and Taylor Swift were shopping for expensive clothes. Then out of the mist, Kanye West appeared before them wielding a shotgun. Kanye West, what is the meaning of this? Cried out Beyonce with panic. Enough small talk. You are my prisoners now. You as my hostages. The Super Bowl committee must make me the halftime act, Kanye West shouted with anger. You have no right to do this, you pig, cried out Rihanna with disgust. I have the right to do what I want. I am the chosen artist of the millennium, roared Kanye West with tyranny. Now get in my limo before you feel my wrath, Kanye West said as he forced the ladies into limo. Meanwhile, an all-American roadside bar, Garfield was drinking lasagna beer and relaxing to his groove. He had a big show to put on, but he wasn't sweating any worries. Rocking out is my favorite thing to do, along with eating lasagna, loving ladies, and dispensing justice, Garfield thought to himself. Garfield was watching his favorite show, Sexy Ladies Eating Lasagna, on the bar TV when all of a sudden interruptions came. The program is being interrupted by an important message from Kanye West, said the TV announcer. And Kanye West then appeared for all to see with shades and smug expressionless face. He was in a room which looked like a secret lab. Behind him was Beyonce, Rihanna, Taylor Swift, and Katy Perry, trapped in giant clear test tubes. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the world, it is I, Kanye West, the chosen artist of the millennium. I have come to you with decrees. If you do not restore my proper place in the universe and make me the halftime Super Bowl act, I will inject these hot, sexy ladies with Ebola, Kanye West threatened with intent. To show my seriousness, I will give a display of my capabilities, Kanye West said as he snapped his fingers. At his beckoning, a servant appeared to him. What is it, my liege? Said the servant to Kanye West. My humble servant. You will now perform your greatest task and give yourself to me whole. For the glory of my name, you must be sacrificed, said Kanye West as he injected servant with Ebola. At Kanye West's injection, the servant became... that's probably what he's doing, is drinking that lasagna beer. At Kanye West's injection, the servant became to undertake a startling transformation. Cried out the servant as his body twitched and contorted in unnatural ways. Before long, his body had transformed completely into a hideous Ebola monster. Behold my power and tremble in fear, exclaimed Kanye West, pointing to his Ebola monster. You have 24 hours to give in to my demands, or else these fine specimens of a ladyhood will suffer the consequences. Kanye out, said Kanye West as he switched off his broadcast.
Garfield trembled with anger at the depravity he witnessed. So angry was he that without realizing he crushed a beer glass in his hand to find the sand. There is a plague called Kanye, and the only vaccine is my fist, said Garfield said with justice so great it would make children cry. Garfield carouseled out of the bar like whirlwind of valor. He carouseled out of bar like whirlwind of valor. Once outside, he boarded his custom Harley Davidson motorcycle for riding intent. The road is the road of the hero, alone and full of sacrifice, said Garfield as he revved his motorcycle and took his last bite of his lasagna sandwich. As Garfield rode off to meet his destiny, he turned on radio for jamming beats, but was appalled by the noise he heard. Up next is Lasagna is for the Poser, a song by Kanye West about how he is cooler than Garfield, said radio announcer with throat-choking words, who also sounded like Kanye West, I guess. What? Garfield roared at the hearing of nonsense. Lasagna feeds the weak of the mind. This is the truth you will find. Only food you need is my rhymes. Loser cat should get with the times. Lasagna is for the poser. I say it over and over. To the master, your head shall lower. My art is ferocious like a lawn mower. What weakness, said Garfield with disgust as he turned off radio. This is not music, but the ramblings of a homeless baby, said Garfield with searing truth. No talent blasphemers must pay for their crimes against music and humanity, Garfield said with renewed determination as he rode on to Kanye West's mansion. Garfield rode? Wait, what? Oh, Garfield rode. He was pursued by biker warriors working for Kanye West. They wore badges with Kanye West's face and wielded guns that shot Ebola needles. I am the doctor of pain, and my diagnosis is murder, Garfield said as he took out his Desert Eagle and aimed at Ebola biker scum. Time to cure you of your life, Garfield said as he fired a rain of bullets which tore through biker villain flesh. My storm of bullets washes away the filth of villainy, Garfield said with satisfaction as he continued onward. Garfield's riding eventually came to a stop when he reached West Mansion. As Garfield approached, thunder clashed with lightning, for the fate of the heavens themselves knew that a showdown of destiny was about to begin. Garfield approached the mansion gates, which were decorated with gargoyles with Kanye West's head on them. Nothing like a good tailgate, Garfield said as he punched a gate down. The only thing I will be grilling is Kanye West's face, Garfield declared while walking to mansion. As Garfield entered the yard, he passed a fountain which had a statue of Kanye West spitting water and holding a Nobel Peace Prize trophy. Tomfoolery, Garfield roared as he smashed the statue with his mighty fists. Garfield then walked into mansion to serve justice like fine wine, aged and chilled. In the mansion room, he saw the decorations of decadence, paintings of Kanye West in historical and mythic scenes, fighting minotaurs and crossing the Rubicon. In the center was a statue of Kanye West with a great sword standing triumphantly over a dragon. There was a show called Diagnosis Murder. Oh, shit. Make-believe victories for make-believe man, Garfield said with stoic truth. On the statue, Garfield saw a switch and went close for examining. On flipping the switch, the statue and surrounding floor went down like elevated a secret basement lab. The lab was made of halls with walls and floors. Yeah. The torment of innocence screams from this lab, Garfield said to himself knowingly. As Garfield explored and explored, he finally arrived at his destination. He saw Kanye West in test tubes filled with sexy ladies in distress. Garfield rushed in for confrontations, ready to bring down his hammer of justice on Kanye West's feeble flesh. Dicks! Yeah, I mean, that's probably one of the places he's gonna punch. Garfield, what are you doing in my treasured home? How dare you? Kanye West cried out in disbelief. Did you think you could kidnap ladies and insult me with nursery rhymes and live? Garfield said as he cracked his knuckles.
I am the chosen artist of the millennium. You are nothing. Crush him,
Kanye West ordered to his Ebola monster. The Ebola monster rushed Garfield with shoulder charge, but Garfield stopped him with one hand. Madness of the mind deforms flesh. Time to end the misery, poor beast, Garfield said with solemn words as he picked up Ebola monster and pile-drived him into ground. Find peace in the abyss, Garfield said as he looked down at dead Ebola monster with sadness.
How could you? I ordered you to leave. You are nothing. I am the future,
Kanye West squealed with tantrum. You have no future, Garfield said as he glared at Kanye West with eyes of burning lasagna.
No, I am the chosen artist of the millennium. I am a genius. I am unstoppable. Feel my strength,
said Kanye West as he ran towards Garfield in flailing motion and punched a fist at him, but it was deflected off like foam off on a brick wall. Worm, you claim godhood but have not even achieved manhood. Feel my fist and fall to hell, Garfield said as he thrust a mighty fist at Kanye West, vaporizing him into dust. At the vaporizing of Kanye West, Kim Kardashian came out to Garfield.
Garfield, I was in love with Kanye West, but now I see what a true man is. Will you not take me and give me loving pleasure?
Pleaded Kim Kardashian with wanting in her voice. I do not lay with beasts, said Garfield as he threw his lit handgun lighter at Kim Kardashian, making her explode into flames. With another job well done, Garfield strutted over to ladies in peril and freed them of their test tube prisons.
Garfield, it is too late,
said Taylor Swift with sadness.
Yes, Garfield. Yes, it is true, Garfield. Kanye West already injected us with Ebola. We are doomed,
sighed Beyonce with hopelessness. Have no fear, pussycats. My manly loving can cure all diseases, Garfield said with a wink as he unsheathed his man blade.
Oh, Garfield, you always know what to say to put a lady's mind at ease.
Looks like the joke's on me.
Damn it.
Garfield, yours and lady. Garfield, you are the teacher. We are the students. Please maximize our pleasure capsules,
Rihanna said with desire. You got it, baby bottoms. But first thing is first. You ladies must put on your own halftime show for me. Pleasure yourselves for my amusement, Garfield said as he sat back with champagne glass and lasagna cigarette. Anything for you, Garfield, Katy Perry said as she began kissing Rihanna with all of her mouth and face. Taylor Swift and Beyonce began rubbing against each other like butter being rubbed on toast, and Garfield watched with much entertainment at the lady loving. This is fun, but loving is not a spectator sport, Garfield said as he jumped in for a good time. Garfield, please show us what a real artist can do with his paintbrush, moaned Beyonce with ecstasy. You know it, hotcakes. I will be making my masterpiece of pleasure. My canvas will be your bodies, my paintbrush will be my manhood, Garfield said as he prepared himself to give his special ladies time of their life. All of the lovely ladies then sat down on king-size bed next to each other and waited patiently for Garfield to give them pleasure, power of maximum force. What does he actually... Oh, alright, I forgot this come up. Oh, never mind. This is what I call a babe buffet, Garfield said as he took turns thrusting his cosmic love katana into each of the fine females. Garfield, you are man like none other on this earth. You make me want to write songs about you, Taylor Swift whined with pleasure. Right now, the only lyrics you will be singing is moans of satisfaction, said Garfield to his songbirds as he pleasured with force of bull and grace gazelle. The loving went on for hours, but what seemed like moments as Garfield spread his loving on his darling divas with expertise of master. The ladies sweat and love shed tears of pleasure as they received the loving like mailbox receiving letters, eager and full of pride. After love making the ladies felt renewed. Garfield is a miracle. We are cured of Ebola, exclaimed Katy Perry with joy. I told you, the only vaccine you need is here, said Garfield said, pointing down at his pants. Garfield, can you not love us more? We are hungry and you are our main meal of manhood, said Beyonce, licking her lips. Garfield considered her thoughts, but looked down at his pocket watch and realized the time. Oh no, it is almost time for Super Bowl halftime, Garfield said with surprise of seeing the time. Garfield, you will never reach Super Bowl in time. We are too far away, sighed Taylor Swift with worry. No fears, my sexy stars. Behold, Garfield reassured ladies. Garfield put two mighty fingers in his mouth and whistled a mighty whistle, and a familiar voice was heard by all. Amako! It was John Arbuckle riding a fighter jet over the mansion. Garfield, hurry on out. We have to hurry to the Super Bowl halftime to rock out and melt faces. John Arbuckle said on loudspeaker. Oh, there's a Garfield song coming up. This is my ride. I have to jet. I will catch you saucy sirens later, Garfield said coolly and with a wink as he left mansion to board jet. There is the chosen real man of the millennium, swooned Rihanna with a longing as she watched Garfield leave. Garfield boarded jet, and with John Arbuckle flew to Super Bowl Stadium where the Super Bowl was being played. When they arrived, they braked jet and disembarked onto halftime stage where the rest of the band was waiting for them. The crowd went to hysterics on seeing Garfield and John Arbuckle arrive on stage. Even Patriots and Seahawks lost their cool when seeing the heroes in the flesh. Garfield took out his mic and John Arbuckle took out his flaming lasagna electric guitar as they prepared to address audience. Hello everyone here at Super Bowl Stadium. For your listening pleasure. Oh no, I think this is the. Oh yeah, no, it's Garfield. Hello everyone here at Super Bowl Stadium. For your listening pleasure is hot new song off our new EP titled Lonely Lasagna Lover. Keep hold of your faces so they are not melted, Garfield said as he prepared to rock stadium off its roof. Mist machines went off and laser lights shot forth from stage. The song started with cool keyboard intro and was joined by John Arbuckle's chords of power for heavy metal rocking, and Garfield began to sign with awesome that's a typo. We had to sign with awesome manly voice. Oh, I don't know if I can sing in the Garfield voice. Babe, always thinking about you. I don't even know the tune. Babe, always thinking about you. Don't know anymore what to do. Walking alone filled with doubt. Wanna lick you inside and out. You are my lonely lasagna lover. A girl like you, there is no other. I will be on you like Big Brother. Because you are my lonely lasagna lover. Sugar, your lips make me hot. I want to give you everything I got. Like fresh lasagna, you are soft and wet. Kneel down, be my teacher's pet. You are my lonely lasagna lover. And in your legs, I want to go undercover. I want to love you over and over. Because you are my lonely lasagna lover. John Arbuckle then began shredding with the precision of a surgeon and power of a comet, sparks and flames coming out of his guitar. In the audience, Garfield saw a nerdy girl with glasses. He waved his hand at her and, using the power of metal, turned her into cool rocker chick with tight-fitting Garfield tank top. After electric solo, Garfield began singing again. You are spicy and hot like tomato sauce, but in the bedroom, I am the boss. I am starving man hungry for love. Our bodies fit together like a glove. You are my lonely lasagna lover. I can never live with another. Inside my thoughts you always hover, because you are my lonely lasagna lover. After a rocky performance, audience went into ecstatic celebration and applauded with sounds of hurricane fighting an earthquake. Both the Patriots and Seahawks cried at the power they witnessed, humbled and awed. I think there is no doubt here. The true winner of the Super Bowl and new owner of the Super Bowl trophy is Garfield, declared Super Bowl official, handing trophy to Garfield. Thank you. I will put this in my collection, Garfield said calmly as he took trophy. As Garfield descended stage ready to leave, both Patriots and Seahawks cheerleaders approached him with desire in their eyes. Garfield, today was a life-changing day. We had thought what man was, but we lived a lie. Please take all of us and show us what a real man can do, said Patriots head cheerleader with revolution. Yes, Garfield, please tutor us on the ways of loving, said head Seahawks cheerleader with admiration of Garfield's muscles. Okay, chickies, but remember, the bedroom is my field, and on it I am coach and quarterback, Garfield said as he put arms around cheerleaders. As Garfield led his cheerleading chickies to the locker room, he was approached by another fine, sexy piece of woman. It was Giselle Bunchton. I don't know who that is.
Garfield, may I join you for your lessons? On the football field, Tom Brady may be an all-star, but in the bedroom, he is just a water boy.
Must be his wife, said Giselle with sultry seduction. Okay, my blonde babe, I will score a touchdown in your end zone, said Garfield with flirtations. I will receive any pass you give me, she said with swooning. Garfield then led ladies to the locker room where he can show them what a pro athlete can really do. Garfield sent his pleasure power through the ladies like spiraling football, being sent through time and space and scoring a touchdown in the cosmosphere. He then surged his loving through their lady holes, filling their bodies with erotic ecstasy. The end. Author's note: please have a happy and safe Super Bowl. Everyone wins if we all have fun. Oh, hey Shadow, how's it going? Okay, I need to catch up. Yeah, Cody will be fine. As long as she doesn't fucking choke. I'll keep making, yeah. Maybe alcohol and stories isn't the best, but whatever. I'm good. A bit tipsy. A bit tipsy. I'm drinking a cranberry Sprite vodka, like a big cup of it. Like, I don't know how big this cup is, but it's about as tall as a regular water bottle, but like 2-3 times wider. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh, this one. Garfield, King of Liberty. Garfield fights in the American Revolution. historical fiction story. No, I thought it was a historical fact story. Okay. Garfield, King of Liberty. Author's note: I heard children of America were not educated in history, and I wrote this story for educational entertaining. I hope you are learning and having fun when reading this. Pardon? It was the year 1770X, and the Empire of England was spreading terror with conquest. King George III was invading lands with plunder for lasagna. With lasagna, King George III fueled robotic army of mechanical menace. America was last hope, and King George III was determined with determination to rule it for lasagna conquest and steal his precious lasagna resource. Founding fathers in the Constitution were at constitutional conventions discussing plans for last resistance. Oh. George Washington, you must fight for American freedom and lead us to victory, said the Constitution with orders. Excuse me, sorry. Do not be fool. George Washington is not man enough for such responsibility, argued Thomas Jefferson with disagreement. He is right. I alone cannot fight the freedom. I alone cannot fight the fight for freedom. George Washington cried with tears. You insolence! If no one is man enough to fight for freedom, America will fall, scolded the Constitution with anger. Fear not, for I have found the true man and warrior of freedom, Benjamin Franklin assured with confidence. What? Cried out everyone with surprise. It is true. Look with your heart and your eyes will believe, said Benjamin Franklin, pointing a figure in the doorway. In the doorway walked orange figure of amazing power. His muscles rippled with American pride and freedom. As he walked in, Rockin music played and a giant American flag waved behind him. As he stepped, cawing eagles were heard. Garfield! Cried out everyone in shock. That is right, you founding failures. Time to stop your tears and ready for fists of war, Garfield said with scolding words. But English armies are numbering us by many men. Thomas Jefferson anguished with despair. I am the Minuteman. I only need 1 minute for every man, Garfield said with incredible coolness. Very good. You are real man. You are now 5-star general, commanded the Constitution with orders. Very well. You must plan strategies. We will meet at Mount Vernon, Garfield ordered. Later, on Mount Vernon, George Washington was making discussion with Martha Washington. As woman, I hate war, but we need to liberate our freedom, said Martha Washington with feminine instincts. It is true. I thought all hope was lost, but we have new ace in our holes, said George Washington with new confidence. Is this the Garfield? Asked Martha Washington with wonder. I wonder who Garfield is. He is true miracle man. With him by our lead, we cannot lose, George Washington said with great respect for Garfield. Suddenly, there was a knocking at the front door. There he is. Soon you will see for yourself, George Washington said as he went to the door for opening. As George Washington opened the door, Garfield walked in with feet of patriotism. Garfield, it is good to be seeing you on this fine day. Do you care for tea? Asked George Washington with gracious offers. Enough nonsense. Tiny talk is for tiny men. Now is the time for action, Garfield said with stoic manhood. I'm sorry, Garfield. Forgive me, for I am nothing compared to you, George Washington apologized with deep sorrow. Do not cry, you woman, Garfield ordered as he slapped George Washington in the face to stop his girlish tears. Yes, you are right. There is no time for crying. Please come to War Room for strategies, George Washington said as he led Garfield to War Room. Garfield came on War Room where Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin were also readying. In War Room there was a table with strategies and figures of redcoat, English, and all-American Eagle soldiers. Here, Garfield, come look. Please tell us your strategies, said John Adams with planning on his mind. Garfield stared at the table with knowing in his eyes. Then he took mighty fist and smashed it onto the table into pieces, crushing redcoat figures. This is my strategy, roared Garfield with burning justice. All in the room stood up and applauded Garfield's bold move of brilliance. You are courageousness, said Benjamin Franklin with admiration of Garfield. I wish I was as much man as Garfield, thought George Washington in his thoughts. After meetings, Garfield walked out with George Washington. As Garfield walked with bravery, Martha Washington looked on and admired Garfield's rugged, handsome courage and toned body. Garfield, we owe you gratitude. Would you like anything for relaxation? George Washington asked George Washington with humbleness. Give me real food for real men and give me real food for real men and real American. Give me lasagna, Garfield requested with hunger. You have gotten it. Bring out all American lasagna at once, said George Washington with obedience to Garfield. Oh wow. At George Washington's request, red, white, and blue lasagna stuffed with patriotism and cheese was brought out for Garfield's enjoyment. Leave me to my lasagna, commanded Garfield to George Washington. After George Washington left with obeying, Garfield spent his relaxing time eating lasagna filled America. As Garfield enjoyed his lasagna, he heard sexy music and smelled perfume coming from other room. What is that sex beat? Garfield wondered and went for exploration. Garfield went into room for seeing and saw Martha Washington on bed of roses and holding her flower in her mouth. She was in sexy lingerie which showed her hot body. There was sexy champagne there for drinking and the room was filled with romance. Garfield, I am hoping you would come, Martha Washington said with desire. I cannot resist sexy scent of hot American woman, Garfield said slyly as he sat down on bed, picked up with Garfield said slyly as he sat down on bed, picked up champagne bottle for opening. Garfield, when I see you, I have felt the feelings inside my body. I sweat with patriotic desire, said Martha Washington as she rubbed Garfield's back. No more worrying, my colonial cupcake. I will start a revolution in your body, Garfield said as he tore his shirt to reveal perfect manly muscles. Take me now and show me your musket, said Martha Washington, taking off nightgown to reveal supple, sexy orbs. This gun never needs reloading, Garfield said with a wink as he undid pants and embraced Martha Washington for serious loving. They embraced in melted bodies, her intense loving shaking with passion and vigority. Come visit my Washington monument. It is free of charge, said Garfield with seduction as he thrust into Martha Washington with his mighty hips. Garfield, you make me see fireworks, cried out Martha Washington with ecstasy. I'm going to liberate your body with pleasure, Garfield said as he licked her all over. Come to me, my lover man, shouted Martha Washington as she felt Garfield's firepower invade her base. Their lovings continued unto the night, and their shouting of ecstasy was being heard louder than gunshots of war. The next morning, Garfield and Martha Washington awoke in bed within each other's arms, savoring moments. Garfield, you make me feel like a new woman. Must you fight? Can you not stay here with me where we can create patriotic pleasure? Asked Martha Washington with longing. Sorry, sugar cubes, but I am warrior, land of America needs my man muscle more than you, Garfield said with determination. Then with suddenness, George Washington walked into the room to alert Garfield to happenings. Garfield, it is urgent. Redcoats are attacking Boston City, USA, George Washington said with panic. It is time, Garfield said, putting on manly leather gloves for fighting readiness. Yeah, I'll see you later, Valen. I should have a little sip of water. Okay, there we are. Garfield, please be careful. If you are injured, my tears would scream with crying. Martha Washington cried out with worry. Chill out, pussy boots. When I am back, I will be giving you something to cry about, Garfield said coolly. Oh, Garfield, swooned Martha Washington with swooning. Enough of this silly chatting. Let us ride, said Garfield as he boarded his mighty, shimmering stallion. Garfield and George Washington rode to Colonial Battlefield, where Redcoats were marching with invasion. Invade America and take all of their lasagna, ordered Redcoat commander with wickedness. The liberty of lasagna will not be stolen by fiends, roared Garfield as he took out his Desert Eagle for firing. Garfield! Cried out Redcoat soldiers with fear and despair. These colors do not run, and neither do these bullets, said Garfield as he rained storms of lead down on Redcoat armies. After Redcoat army was defeated, Garfield approached Redcoat commander, who was cowering with surrender. Garfield, I am defeated, but war has just begun. Soon American lasagna will be property of the king, declared Redcoat commander with defiance. I am seeing you are liking the wearing of red. Let me make your face match your coat, quipped Garfield as he shot the Redcoat commander's face with his Desert Eagle. Good job, Garfield. You have fought back invasion, said George Washington with gratitude. In distance, figures come to Garfield. It was John Adams and Abigail Adams, ready to give Garfield congratulations for victory. Garfield, you are a true American hero. With your help, American lasagna will be free from imperialism, thanked John Adams with heartfeltness. No problem, but war is just beginning. As the men talked of men's business, Abigail Adams eyed Garfield and could not stop her heart from desiring him. Abigail Adams noticed a minor scratch on Garfield's large shoulder and knew what to do. Garfield, you are injured. Let me take good care of you, said Abigail Adams as she led Garfield to nursing a tent. As they entered, Abigail Adams turned on her cassette player to Loverboy and pulled out Garfield next to her. You look tense. Let me rub you for relaxation, said Abigail Adams with whispering into Garfield's ear. This is good, but the muscle that really needs relaxing is down here, said Garfield, pointing to his pants. I see it is time for mouth massage, said Abigail Adams with lust. You have been naughty, girl. Time for some corporal punishing, Garfield said sexily as he put Abigail Adams on lap and spanked her. Garfield, spank me with meteor force, cried out Abigail Adams in ecstasy. Garfield spanked Abigail Adams with mighty hands, bringing her spanking pleasure of highest quality. Meanwhile, in land of England, King George III was lounging in throne room of silk and sin, swimming in gold and stolen lasagna. While King George III was lounging, Minion came for reporting. Master, I have bad news. Our invading soldiers have been defeated by force of might, cried the Minion with cowering. What say you, you grub? Shouted King George III with raging anger. It is true. Colonial forces have Garfield on their side, said Minion with crying. If this is the case, then it's time to step up the crank to 11, said King George III with snarl. What will it do for battle plans? Asked the Minion with wondering. It is time for full-scale invasion with my lasagna-powered mechanical monstrosities. Power up my airship at once, ordered King George III with finger pointing to sky. Yes, my master, responded Minion with obedience. Soon America will be my playground, and this lasagna will be mine. Not even Garfield can stop me. Echoed King George III with sinister evil. Meanwhile, back in America, Garfield and Abigail Adams were enjoying intimacies. Abigail Adams was exhausted with pleasure. Garfield could go on longer, but did not want to kill her with exhaustion. You play rough, and I like that, said Abigail Adams with satisfaction. I fight hard and play harder, said Garfield with a wink as he sat back and smoked a lasagna cigarette. After a moment of relaxing, Abigail Adams got up to make a morning cup of tea for her man Garfield and wanted making it to be just right. How are you wanting your tea? Asked Abigail Adams with dutifulness. I like my tea like I like my women, sweet and creamy, said Garfield as he slapped Abigail Adams on rear with flirting.
Oh, Garfield, you know how to make me feel like a lady,
said Abigail Adams blushing. All of a sudden, moments of romance were interrupted by emergency sirens with signaled invasion. Time to earn my payment, Garfield with clenching fist and loading Desert Eagles.
Garfield, I know the destiny of the fighting man is to fight, but please be careful. I will pray for your safety,
cried out Abigail Adams with sad acceptance. Garfield looked at Abigail Adams with chiseled face of stoic manliness and opened his mouth. Pray for my enemies, Garfield said with calm coolness as he walked off. Garfield traveled to White House, which was being attacked by giant mechanical redcoat with laser musket.
Feed me meal of lasagna,
demanded robot redcoat with mechanical voice. The only meal you'll be served is fist of vengeance served extra cold, Garfield roared as he plunged manly fists into robot redcoat's giant mechanical heart. Looks like this meal has given you heartburn, quipped Garfield as he crushed robot heart in his hand. Ah! Cried out giant robot redcoat as it exploded into shrapnel and debris. Garfield stood on robot debris celebrating victories of battle, but soon he heard noises. It was the English airships surrounding him. Their cannons were aimed at Garfield with accuracy of pins. Then, with wicked entrance, King George III rode on flagship.
Ha ha ha! Garfield, behold the chariot of your death. It'll be the last sight for you as you are dragged to hell,
snarled King George III with madness in his eyes. Amako! It was John Arbuckle, riding on Bald Eagle and carrying the Liberty Bell. Man, I always forget that John Arbuckle was just like his true bro. The bell is tolling for you, cried out John Arbuckle as he rung Liberty Bell, sending shockwaves everywhere, stunning redcoat armies. Thank you, John Arbuckle. Now the turn is mine, cried out Garfield as he lunged fist into sky with speed of soaring hawk, causing hurricane tornado to form, sending redcoat battleships to destruction, leaving only King George III. My fist is a category 6, said Garfield as he looked out at destruction. Garfield turned to King George III, ready to make him pay for the sins of his crimes.
You are cur! I am King of England! Kneel before me!
Roared out King George III in defiance. You are forgotten. You may be King of England, but I am King of Liberty, declared Garfield as he took King George III by the neck.
Let go of my royal neck, you peasant man!
Yelled out King George III in protest. For crimes against humanity and lasagna, I judge you guilty, said Garfield with mighty fists as he tore King George III's head off. Looks like you have lost your head, said Garfield with coolness as he tossed King George III's body on Lady Liberty's torch.
Arg!
cried out King George III as he burned Lady Liberty's torch. Order of grilled king, extra crispy, quipped Garfield as he turned away. At King George III's fiery endings, remaining redcoat soldiers turned out in despair for their fallen leader.
No, what will we do? Our king is gone,
wept the English soldiers in sorrow. You must look forward to days of tomorrow. Your king was mad with power and blind with madness. He could not see his path was the path of ruining and chaos. Garfield lectured with calm wisdom, filling Englishmen with hope.
Thank you, Garfield. You have filled us with the inspiration for a better tomorrow. We will rebuild the country of England in your honor, said the English soldiers with gratitude as they went home to England for rebuilding.
In a distance, Garfield saw figures. It was George Washington, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin coming from congratulations. Garfield, you have saved America. Thank you, said John Adams, shaking Garfield's hand. Garfield, you have taught me true meaning of manhood. Will you not stay and rule this country as first president? George Washington asked with begging. I am sorry, but desk jobs are for broken down old man, not man in prime of virility. Garfield responded with declining. Very well, Garfield, but at least enjoy Lincoln bedroom for personal enjoyment, said Benjamin Franklin as he tossed him keys. Thank you. I think I know good uses for this, said Garfield with a smirk as he put his arms around Martha Washington and Abigail Adams for walking to Lincoln bedroom. George Washington, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin gave Garfield thumbs up as he walked to Lincoln bedroom for lady pleasuring. When Garfield entered Lincoln bedroom, Abigail Adams and Martha Washington sat next to him on both sides, eager for sexual satisfaction. Garfield, you have flowered my womanhood. Now I need you to water me with loving, said Martha Washington as she chewed on Garfield's ears. Yes, Garfield, you have filled my hearts with your love. Now it is ready to explode, said Abigail Adams as she brushed Garfield's hair with tenderness. No problem, my foxy first ladies. I may not be president, but I will be making you my secretaries of sexy, Garfield said as he climbed on Martha Washington and Abigail Adams for love makings. Garfield began his patriotic duties as he heard someone enter the room. He turned around and hot and eager sexy woman was standing there. It was Lady Liberty. Garfield, I have been holding this torch for you, said Lady Liberty with searing desire. I have another torch for you, but it might be too hot for you to handle, said Garfield with seduction as he took Lady Liberty into his love nest for maximal lady pleasing. Let our love be so hot it melts through earth, said Lady Liberty as she ran her hands on Garfield's manly body. With these words, Garfield and his Liberty ladies made love of passion that sparked skies like fireworks as they rubbed their bodies like sand on water. Garfield delivered pleasure into their bodies like manly post office man delivering package of love explosion. Their love exploded like cannonball shots into the night and went on for hours and days. The end? Whew. Man, I'm a little worried that I won't have enough time for all of it. I might do this one. I'll do this one. I'll see where we're going. Though also I'm thinking, read them until it's about the time change. Then I have the New Year's countdown. And then I'll have to pause for that then. But we'll take another sip. Another sip of water. Ooh. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this Garfield's Rockin' Field. Oh, excuse me. But doing all the voices is making me really burpy. This one, Garfield enters the world tournament to fight for love and justice. It looks like it is Street Fighter. All right. But did I? Hold on. Ooh, that's the wrong one, I guess. Anyways. Garfield Fighter World Tournament. Garfield and John Arbuckle was sitting at home watching the TV when M. Bison came on TV with announcements to Garfield. I can't. You know what? I guess we have to go by what I've been doing. Garfield, I am having the Warriors Tournament. All the great fighters are coming for combat. I challenge you, Garfield, to enter the fight and fight me unless you are not man enough, challenged M. Bison with arrogant laughing. Who's this man? Do not go, Garfield. Do not go, Garfield. This is a trap, said John Arbuckle with a warning. I know, but I will go. No one questions my manliness and lives, said Garfield with fist pumped with martial arts. Garfield then departed for tournaments with travels. As he left, John Arbuckle wished him luck. Good luck, Garfield. Remember your training. You must defeat M. Bison for love and justice, said John Arbuckle with a waving hand. I do not need luck. I have Iron Fist of a raging justice, said Garfield, beaming with fighting spirit. Garfield then began his journey of endless combat to defeat M. Bison. On his journeys, Garfield went to Brazil, where Brazilian people were. In a town, he saw Blanca the Green Master of Electric.
I am Blanca. I will become the world warrior,
said Blanca to Garfield. No, you are manly, but I am manlier. Prepare for Kung Fu beatdown, said Garfield with eyes of tiger. After the words were spoken, Garfield and Blanca fought with fury, exchanging blows and special attacks. Blanca used his Blanca rolls, but they were deflected off Garfield's muscles. Blanca then used his electricity to zap Garfield, but had no effect. I am Cat. Electricity has no effect on me, said Garfield with truth. Garfield then used a power punch on Blanca, knocking him out. Blanca then got up to congratulate Garfield on his win.
Garfield, you are too much man for me. You are mighty warrior,
said Blanca with a smile. You are strong, but I am stronger. Farewell, Mr. Blanca, said Garfield with warrior pride. Garfield then continued his travels back to USA of America, where he met Guile the American Patriot. Garfield, you are a true American hero. I salute you, said Guile with respect. You are American warrior, but we must fight for justice, said Garfield with manly tear in one eye. Garfield and Guile then began manly fighting. Guile sent many sonic booms and hit Garfield with manly flash kicks, but Garfield persevered with fighting spirit. Your attacks are strong, but now I will show you true American pride, said Garfield as he readied attacks. Garfield wrapped his fist with American flags and punched Guile with furious patriotism, causing 4th of July explosions, sending Guile flying to defeat. Garfield, you are true American. You fight with eagle strength, said Guile as he grasped Garfield's hand with manly handshake. Farewell, American friend. I will defeat M. Bison in your name, said Garfield with friendship. Garfield then continued his travel to combat, where he encountered Chun-Li, Sakura, Cammy, and Rose fighting each other. What are you ladies doing? Asked Garfield with questions. We're fighting to see who is strongest, said Chun-Li with fighting. That is not how ladies should act. Let me show you how to be ladies, said Garfield as he took the ladies back to a 5-star hotel room with champagne and hot tub. After whining and dining, the ladies began taking off their clothes and rubbing oil on Garfield and each other while giggling. I think you ladies should have sex with each other, said Garfield with a wink. With Garfield's suggestion, they had sex with each other for many hours as Garfield watched with nodding and approving while drinking champagne. Sakura very much enjoyed the more experienced ladies pleasuring her body, as did Garfield. Ladies, please, ladies, pleasure me more. I am young. Oh, damn. Ladies, please, ladies, pleasure me more. I am young and supple, said Sakura with loving enjoyment. The other ladies began licking Sakura's body all over with sexual hunger. Okay, ladies, my turn, said Garfield as he jumped onto the pleasure party. Chun-Li wrapped her strong thighs around Garfield, squeezing him with pleasure. Make me feel like woman, screamed Chun-Li as Garfield gave her lovings while squeezing her breasts. Rose and Cammy then began rubbing Garfield's body all over with their thighs and breasts, making pleasure for all. Garfield, you are the first time I have encountered a real man. I was girl before, now make me into a woman, said Sakura with eyes of lust for Garfield. Do not worry, I am real man, so I will make you into real woman, said Garfield as he pleasured with wild cat force. Garfield, you are a love beast. I do not know if you are a greater lover or fighter, screamed Sakura with lusty joy. Garfield made love to all the ladies all night long, sending them into a land of fleshy pleasures. The next morning, Garfield got up to continue his fighting quest. Garfield, can you not stay for more lovings? Asked Rose with wishing. No, babe. I must go on to fight and defeat M. Bison for good of all, said Garfield with fist-pumping pride. Thank you, Garfield, for showing us what it is like to be real women, said Chun-Li. As she waved goodbye to Garfield, Garfield then left to continue his battle across Earth. Next, he traveled to Japan, where he saw Ryu and Ken fighting each other. They were locked in heated battle when they saw Garfield approaching. It is the mighty Garfield, Ryu said with a battle cry. Yes, Ryu, we are rivals, but perhaps we should join forces to fight Garfield, for he is great combat force, said Ken with advice. Yes, I will take you both on. Launch your attacks on me, said Garfield with challenge. Very well. Prepare for raging kung fu battle, cried out Ryu as he and Ken launched into combat. Ryu and Ken did double hurricane kicks on Garfield, but he blocked them with ease. They even launched shoryukens at Garfield, but it was to no effect. You have to do better than that to dent my furs, said Garfield with confidence. Ryu and Ken then began charging their ki to perform a double fireball on Garfield. Hadouken! Cried Ryu and Ken as they shot their double fireball and Garfield. The fireball exploded on Garfield, leaving nothing, making Ryu and Ken think they won victories. We did it! We beat Garfield! Cried out Ryu and Ken at the same time. However, they then looked up and saw Garfield was heading towards them with eyes filled with tigers. Meteor punch! Cried out Garfield as he slammed into them, knocking them into defeat and making a crater. Garfield, you are the better warrior. We are defeated, said Ryu and Ken. Keep training and eat lasagna and you can be as strong as me, said Garfield as he continued traveling. Garfield traveled to Thailand where he finally found M. Bison, planning evil schemes.
Garfield, I will defeat you and rule this world, shouted M. Bison with evil laugh.
Now we fight, M. Bison. Time to meet your martial arts doom, cried out Garfield with battling justice.
Not so fast. Wait, no. Not so fast, Garfield. First you must face Psycho Power Sagat, said M. Bison.
On this, Sagat, controlled with Psycho Power, entered the room to fight Garfield.
I am Psycho Powered Sagat. With the Psycho Power, I will avenge my scar,
cried out Psycho Powered Sagat. You are gone to evil, you dog, said Garfield with a sad sigh. Garfield was rearing for fight when he heard a familiar voice. Amako! It was John Arbuckle zooming in at Sagat with his raging Arbuckle attack. The attack left Sagat dead on the floor and the Arbuckle symbol glowing on John Arbuckle's back. Thank you, John Arbuckle. Your fighting style is strong with fists. No problem, Garfield. I never liked Sagat anyway, said John Arbuckle with a thumbs up. M. Bison, it's time to meet the way of the fist, said Garfield, lunging at M. Bison.
Very well, face my Psycho Power,
cried out M. Bison with a wicked cry of evil. M. Bison and Garfield exchanged angry blows of fighting justice, tearing each other's livers. Wow, livers? Tearing each other's livers. M. Bison trapped Garfield with his Psycho Crusher, holding him with his Psycho Power.
You are trapped by my Psycho Power. Now I will possess you and use you as my new body, shouted M. Bison with evil Psycho Darkness. I am not thinking, said Garfield with sly courage as he ready his ultimate attack. Shoryuken! Garfield then launched his two-fisted Shoryuken right through M. Bison, tearing him into twos. No! Cried M. Bison as he was beaten. As Garfield returned to ground from his awesome attack, he saw a figure approaching. It was Akuma. Garfield, I see you killed M. Bison with super ease. You are a mighty warrior, said Akuma, high-fiving Garfield. Yes, it looks like we will be having bison meat, although I prefer lasagna, said Garfield with hilarious joke. Laughed Akuma and John Arbuckle and Garfield at witty jokes. As they laughed, they left to train to become stronger and unlock grading fighting power. The end? Author's note. If Capcom is reading this, would you please add Garfield to the next Street Fighter game? Thank you. Alright, listener request? What do you got for me? All right. Actually, I'm going to take a quick break. Sorry about that. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to do a quick restroom break and all that fun stuff. I will be right back.
Whew. All right, sorry about that. Let's go back to here. Whew. Actually, going upstairs and moving around a bit. Whew. Just, I also have to go to the bathroom, so. But yeah, it's one of those things where like you're sipping and you're like, oh, I'm not really that drunk. Then you stand up and it's like, uh-oh, the blood's moving, and that includes the alcohol. Ooh, man. I should be fine. Now I'm trying to debate. There's Natalie Portman from Vampire Gangsters. Talks to Charlie Sheen for saving the show 2.5 Men. Or I read this one last time, but there's also Garfield of the Galaxy, where it's Garfield and Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh dang. But real life Charlie Sheen, Guardians of the Galaxy, what I assume is the movie Speed, or saving Natalie Portman from Vampire Gangsters. Any preferences? For first, at least. Speaks it is. Oh. This is a rare one. We have a third member in this one. Garfield, maximum speed. It was a bright morning filled with misty joy when Garfield awoke from slumber. I am hungry, Garfield thought with hungerous glee. I must have food or my stomach will rebel. John Arbuckle was cleaning dishes, and Odie was busy practicing his fencing. What are you saying that? Good morning, Garfield. Did you hear? Lasagna Palace has opened. Lasagna Palace? What is this tomfoolery? Roared Garfield. Check the TV. There, the truth will be revealed. Garfield looked at television and saw a beautiful commercial. Lasagna Palace, where all of your lasagna fantasies will become reality. I will go to this place and find my lasagna. Said Garfield. Be careful, Garfield, for I sense dangerous peril, said John Arbuckle. I am always careful, responded Garfield as he walked out the door. Garfield walked down the street whistling his sweet music when a bus passed him on the road. Upon seeing the bus, Garfield thought to himself, strangeness. All of a sudden, Garfield's cell phone leapt to life with a thrilling shriek. Who is this? Garfield sternly demanded. I am Howard Payne, the lasagna bomber, responded an evil voice. Pop quiz, Garfield. What do you do when there's a bomb on a bus filled with innocents? What madness is this? Garfield bombasted. There is a bomb on the bus, on that bus that just passed you. If the bus goes under maximum speed, it will explode, shouted the vile voice. Oh no, I am the only one who can save them. Garfield rushed to the bus and flung himself in. Who are you, acrobatic cat? Bellowed the bus driver. I am Garfield, and there is a bomb on this bus. You must drive at maximum speed. Upon seeing Garfield, a shifty man stood up and pointed a gun at Garfield. You will not take me, Garfield. I am not going to prison. And if you do not believe me, then look at the point of my gun, for it is not a liar, said the man with great haste. Relax, man. I am not here for you. Whatever you did, I am sure you are sorry. Here, I am not a cat. We are just two cool dudes on a bus, responded Garfield in a coolly chill voice. The man seemed to relax, but then a stupid man in a football suit tried to tackle him, causing him to fire at the driver, who was hurt. Garfield kicked away the man's gun with furious speed. Stay there, crime rat, scolded Garfield. Garfield rushed to the driver, who was hurt bad. My friend, your sacrifice will not be in vain. I will eat you, and your strength will be mine own, said Garfield tenderly to the driver. And so Garfield ate the driver.
Who will drive? Who will now drive the bus? Asked Garfield. A pretty lady stood up. I will drive the bus, she exclaimed. Okay, get your rear into gear and get over here, shouted Garfield. What must I do? She asked. You must keep the bus at maximum speed to avoid certain detonation, responded Garfield. They sped along the highway at maximum speed, but all was not well. This is too fast. If we keep going at this speed, the passengers will get seasick. The young woman said concernedly. That is a risk I'm willing to take, responded Garfield with stern determination. A few miles ahead, Garfield saw the road ended in a dead end right off a freeway. Oh no, if we keep going there will be certain doom, said the woman. I know, but what choice do we have? Responded Garfield. It was then in the distance he saw a figure. It was none other than John Arbuckle. John Arbuckle's eyes flashed with the fury of the owl. John Arbuckle bent his knees and put his hands to his side while beginning to mutter some words. Energy was building in John Arbuckle's hands as he said the words, Amako! A blast of energy shot forth from John Arbuckle's hands and destroyed the bus, killing everyone but Garfield, who cast a barrier spell in time. Garfield, I've been looking all over for you. Thank goodness you are all right, exclaimed John Arbuckle. Yes, but I will have vengeance on the lasagna bomber and avenge those innocent passengers, said Garfield. Garfield shook his fist at the sun. I will avenge you! Garfield and John Arbuckle walked into the lasagna palace with renewed determination. To be continued. Oh, it's 3 chapters. Shit. I didn't know that. That's not too bad. Okay. Part 2. The Magic Portal. Garfield and John Arbuckle entered the lasagna palace after their tango with the lasagna bomber. They saw glorious things. They saw lasagna covered in gold, silver, and even brass. It was a delicious sight indeed. Garfield, look at this place. Isn't it incredible? Asked John Arbuckle. Yes, but I need to find the counter in order before I revolt from hunger. Garfield spotted the counter and approached, but to his startlement, he recognized who was behind it. It is the lasagna bomber, said Garfield. What? How could you be alive? Said the lasagna bomber as he fled with a jogging motion. Why is the lasagna bomber here? Demanded John Arbuckle. It is obvious he was planning to destroy the Statue of Liberty with lasagna hellfire, responded Garfield. Quickly, we must follow him, said Garfield, following the lasagna bomber to a back room. In the room, Garfield saw the lasagna bomber leap into a portal. We must follow him into the unknown land, cried Garfield as he leapt into the portal. I am in your tail, shouted John Arbuckle. Out of the portal, the Garfield and John Arbuckle arrived in front of a large building surrounded by trees. In front of the building, they saw 3 young youths. What is this place, you loiterers? Asked Garfield with a righteous fury. This is Hogwarts, and I am Harry Potter, answered a bespectacled youth. And these are my friends Hermione and Ron. We have been expecting you, Garfield. Yeah, of course. Of course, answered Garfield. The lasagna bomber must have come here to force himself on Voldemort so they can conspire for purposes of evil. Yes, answered Harry Potter. You must come into Hogwarts and study magic so you can battle them. They did. They entered Hogwarts and wandered its halls. When Hermione spoke to Garfield, Garfield, you are ruggedly handsome. Will you not be my boyfriend? Sorry, pussy lips, answered Garfield. My only love is fighting and adventure. As they trespassed the halls, a young man with blonde hair approached them. Ha ha ha, Garfield, I am Draco Malfoy, and I will not let you pass. I will defeat you in the name of darkness. Hold on a minute, I'm also Malfoy. Ooh, sorry. But yeah, I forgot this one leads into Harry Potter. In fact, I forget this one completely, but yeah. So hold on. Where are you, Draco? Yeah, beat in the name of darkness. All right, kid, let's throw it down, responded Garfield. They fought with blinding fury, exchanging blows like pumas in the jungle. Draco Malfoy used his double kick technique, but Garfield countered with a Shoryuken he learned from Ryu. Cried out Draco Malfoy. You are beaten, said Garfield. I not think, said Draco Malfoy, as he threw a lightning shock into Garfield's eyes like a dirty trickster. My eyes, you rodent, responded Garfield as he fell to the ground. Now you are the one who is beat, said Draco as he stood over Garfield. No, fool. I hope you did not eat dinner yet, for it is time for a meal of lead, said Garfield as Garfield fired into Draco Malfoy's chest with his left leg, which was also a shotgun. The shot went through Draco Malfoy and set him dead. Garfield, I did not know your left leg was a shotgun, said John Arbuckle. Yes, I had it replaced during World War I, responded Garfield. But Garfield, that was a long time ago, said John Arbuckle. No, this one was in the future, responded Garfield. Come, Garfield, we must teach you magic, said Harry Potter. No, said Garfield, magic is for women and impotence. Then what will you do, Garfield? Asked Harry Potter. I will train like a man and get super strength, responded Garfield. I will train in ×0 gravity. ×0 gravity? Everyone responded in unison. You are a mad cat. You will surely be crushed by such intense force, said John Arbuckle. No, I am made of iron muscle now, and I will go into my gravity machine for training. Do not disturb me, said Garfield with fighting spirit. What a man, thought Hermione. Garfield entered his gravity chamber and prepared to train for the final combat. To be continued. Garfield's house is true man. So, all right. I'm trying. I don't know how long this next one is. These are one of the shorter ones. I mean, he has a gravity machine that he brought with him to Hogwarts. Oh no. Garfield Part 3, Beyond Thunderdome. Okay, so I'll probably read this, and then like when there's like half a minute left, I'll pop over to the timer if I'm not finished. All right. Garfield was almost done training in his gravity machine, doing his one-handed push-ups and pull-ups at the same time. For his final exercise, he lifted a dumbbell that weighed 1,000 gigatons with one hand. After his refreshing workout, he realized he had super strength and iron muscle. I am now ready for supreme battle, he said to himself as he emerged out of his gravity machine. Outside, he saw John Arbuckle, Harry Potter, and the others waiting. Your abs are as hard as ice, said John Arbuckle with impressment. You are like a Greek god, Garfield. You are Hercules, said Harry Potter. Garfield, you are so manly with testosterone, said Hermione. Enough chit-chat. Let's get some grub going. But no, enough chit-chat. We have villainy to end. Come, John Arbuckle, said Garfield as he hopped into his red Corvette with custom lasagna license plate. Garfield, we must come and help you, said Harry Potter with concerned voice. Please.
Chit-chat, let's get some grub going.
Please, yes, please, let us help you, said Hermione, crying uncontrollably like a woman. No, this is man's work, said Garfield with stern rightness, because he knew he was right. Garfield then drove off with John Arbuckle with cool music blaring and gave his fans a farewell thumbs up. As Garfield drove, he and John imitate talks of great emotion. Garfield, you cannot spend your days fighting evil and questing for adventure. You must one day find a woman to cook and clean for you so you can settle down. John Arbuckle, the day I stop fighting will be the day I stop breathing. Evil has not stopped, and neither do I, said Garfield as he rubbed his most square jaw. As John Arbuckle sped at near maximum speed down the road, they noticed they were being tailgated by two wizards riding motorcycle brooms. Oh no, Garfield. Voldemort must have sent them to foil our heroism. The only thing they will foil is themselves. Take wheel, John Arbuckle, exclaimed Garfield in exhilaration. Garfield jumped on the roof of his very expensive red Corvette. This road is closes for construction, Garfield shouted with heroism. One of the biker wizards threw a Molotov cocktail at Garfield's red Corvette, chipping some paint off. That is coming out of your allowances, shouted Garfield as he shot the villain with his pocket machine gun, sending him flying to doom. As another wizard biker approached, Garfield faced him with earnest. I am the Federal Department of Motorcycles, and your life sentence has been revoked, declared Garfield as he drop-kicked the biker wizard into oblivion. Garfield thought he had won the battle when he heard a loud helicopter sound. A wizard driving a helicopter had appeared. Will this foolery not be ending? Thought Garfield to himself. Garfield leapt like a grasshopper 500 miles into the air to meet the helicopter. I like my helicopters shaken, not stirred, said Garfield most coolly as he grabbed the helicopter and pile-drived it into the ground. Garfield returned to the driver's seat where he took helm. We have no time to spare. Let us put the pedal to the metal and go overdrive, said Garfield fearlessly. With those wise words, Garfield sped along to the lair of Voldemort and the lasagna bomber. Let's see, where's it at? Hold on. I don't know what this is. Oh, is this? 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Ignore that. It's the wrong time zone. Hold on a minute. All right. It kind of sucks that it has the wrong time on here, but yeah, it is New Year where I am now. Yay! And Happy New Year to everyone. All right. That's part of the reason I muted it. But we'll finish this story and then I don't know. Okay. Okay, now with those wise words, Garfield sped along to the lair of Voldemort and the lasagna bomber. When Garfield and John Arbuckle came to the lair, it was barricaded with do not enter signs and attack dogs and security guards, but it was a little threat to them. They smashed their way through the steel barricades, running over many evil henchmen. Soon they entered the throne room, where the lasagna bomber and Voldemort were hatching evil plans. Ha ha ha, Garfield, you are too late. Our plan is in the final step, said Voldemort. Yes, that is right, Garfield. Soon we will send lasagna bombs to the equator and destroy it, killing the children with global warming, shouted the lasagna bomber outrageously. No, I will not let the children down. They look up to me. The only equator that will be destroyed is you, said Garfield with justice. Garfield, you are manly, but are you manly enough to fight me alone? Said Garfield. No, Garfield, he's using trickery, cried out John Arbuckle. Silence. I will fight him alone and teach him to question my manliness, said Garfield. Voldemort cast Ultima 4 at Garfield, knocking him down and pinning him. You are pinned, said Voldemort. Enough of this women's fighting, said Garfield as he channeled his inner energy. As Garfield channeled, his muscles grew even bigger and his shirt ripped off. Now I mean business, scowled Garfield. Garfield then punched right through Voldemort's magic barriers and into his chest, pulling out his heart pulling his heart out of his evil chest. "I will give this to the sick child needing heart transplant," said Garfield proudly as he held the heart. No, I am heartbroken for the second time," said Voldemort as he fell down to his death. It is your turn, Lasagna Bomber. Time to pay the porpoise," said Garfield with roaring powder. "No, Garfield, it is your time to pay with dividends," said the Lasagna Bomber as he pointed his rocket launcher at Garfield's chest. "One step close and you will be having heartburn," said the Lasagna Bomber with witty vengeance. Garfield lunged forward with courage, but was shot in the chest. Everyone was shocked and dismayed. "No!" said John Arbuckle in moaning agony. "I have won and you have lost," said the Lasagna Bomber leeringly. "No, villain, it is you who has met the Maker," said Garfield dramatically as he tore off his shirt to reveal bulletproof vest. "I will use the power of love and friendship to defeat you," said Garfield as he pulled out his magnum and shot the Lasagna Bomber in half. "You may have won the battle, but the war has just begun," shouted the Lasagna Bomber's torso as it flew into space. With Voldemort and the Lasagna Bomber beaten, their lair destroyed with the force of 10 nuclear bombs, Garfield and John Arbuckle rode away on the open sea, pondering futures. "The day is saved, Garfield," said John Arbuckle, looking into the open sea as he rode his raft. "Yes, but for how long?" said Garfield as he rode his custom Harley-Davidson motorcycle next to John Arbuckle. They rode into the sunset, with camaraderie in their hearts and friendship in their minds. The end? Shit. I forgot. Like, some of these, it's just like, oh, it's Speed. But it's like, no, that was Harry Potter, too. All right. All right. We at least have to do this one. Oh, hey, how's it going, Cass? Happy New Year. Yeah. J.K. Rowling's a cunt. All right. I'm thinking at least this one. Again, we're ending it with the second Royal Rumble, but I at least want to do this one first. Is this a one chapter one? It is. Oh, it's a short one too. All right. Garfield Sheen instincts. Garfield talks to Charlie Sheen to save the show 2.5 Men. Garfield was in his room doing upside-down push-ups when John Arbuckle came to him in crying motion. "Garfield, there is horror news. Charlie Sheen is leaving 2.5 Men and it may not see the future days," said John Arbuckle, tears weeping of salty sadness. "No, this cannot be. 2.5 Men is America's favorite show. Without it, America may crumble," said Garfield with concern. "What can we do, Garfield? How can we save America?" asked John Arbuckle with hopelessness. "I will go see Charlie Sheen and make him see reasonableness," said Garfield with voice of stern. Excuse me. Garfield then hopped into his fighter jet with the Lasagna logo and saluted John Arbuckle as he put on his helmet. "I'm going into enemy lines. Be sure to hold the home fort," said Garfield to John Arbuckle as he took off and flew into the sky. As Garfield flew into the sky and sped along the clouds, he noticed 2 shadows behind him. He was being followed. "This must be vile enemy of America, hoping to crush 2.5 Men," said Garfield with disgusting rage. "Garfield, we will stop you from talking to Charlie Sheen. Then evil will rule the world," said the enemy jets. "You will rule the underworld," said Garfield as he dodged enemy fire and launched Homer missiles at his enemies with super accuracy. "No," said the enemy jets as they exploded into mushroom clouds. With pesky enemies taken care of, Garfield continued to Charlie Sheen's house. When Garfield arrived, he parked his jet and went to the front door to knock. "Knock, knock, this is Garfield. I am
in need of speaking sense to Charlie Sheen, said Garfield with politeness. Charlie Sheen knew it was Garfield and did not want to be convinced, so he rushed through the back door up to his car for getaway escape. I guess he would be the enemy here, so I will escape so Garfield will never find me, said Charlie Sheen in panic. Garfield, however, saw Charlie Sheen escaping in his car and knew what was up. You are a damned fool, Charlie Sheen, cried out Garfield to the sky, fist clenched with rage. Luckily, Garfield then saw a passerby driving. This is business, get out, said Garfield as he forced his way into the passerby's car and kicked him out so he could pursue for maximum speed car chase. This just got real, said Garfield as he sped off in pursuit. Garfield put the pedal to the metal and reached maximum speed as he cut up to Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen saw Garfield and tried to lose him through traffic, but Garfield swerved effortlessly through traffic with top-notch driving skills, staying on Charlie Sheen like glue on butter. It is time for final getaway, said Charlie Sheen as he pressed a secret button in his car which gave him a turbo booster. Hasta la vista, Garfield, said Charlie Sheen with relief. Oh no, he is escaping, said Garfield with worry. All had seemed lost when Garfield heard a familiar voice. Amako! It was John Arbuckle speeding from the opposite direction in a Hummer. You are not escaping to anywhere, said John Arbuckle as he crashed his Hummer into Charlie Sheen's car, pinning him to a wall. Thank you, John Arbuckle. You are a top-notch vigilante catcher, said Garfield with gratitude. Garfield and John Arbuckle leapt out of their cars and ran to Charlie Sheen, who had only small bruises and broken bones, taking him captive. They then took him to a secret warehouse where they could talk sense into him. You okay? Stop. Charlie Sheen, you must return to 2.5 Men. It brings joyousness into thousands of men, women, and children, pleaded John Arbuckle with eyes full of tears. If not do it for me, do it for America, said Garfield, heart with love for his country. Now, I want to pursue solo projects and become super movie star actor. I refuse, pouted Charlie Sheen with stubbornness. Very well. You leave us no choice, said Garfield with sadness. Garfield began to take something out of a closet, which worried Charlie Sheen. Now what are madness you going to be doing? Asked Charlie Sheen with worry. We have no choice. We must waterboard you, said Garfield with regret. No, cried out Sheen with a despairing shout. Hold on one moment. All right. I keep kind of moving around, so I'll set a little more forward. A minute. Let me also. I will not get. Where are you, Mike? More. Oh, I also forgot that the piano version of fucking All Star was playing at the back of this. All right. Where were we? Yeah. No! Cried out Charlie Sheen with despairing shout. This will hurt you more than it hurts me, said Garfield with heavy heart. Is there no ways other? Asked John Arbuckle with concerned face. This is the only way to talk sense, said Garfield with convinced eyes. With these sad words, Garfield began waterboarding Charlie Sheen with his waterboard for sake of patriotism and civilization. No, the pain, cried out Charlie Sheen. Only after you see the righteousness of 2.5 Men will pain be ended for good, said Garfield with truth. After 48 hours of waterboarding, Charlie Sheen began to see the wrongness in his ways. Garfield, you are right. I was a wrong, stupid idiot to leave 2.5 Men, said Charlie Sheen with realization. So you are you of right thinking now? Asked Garfield with wonder. Yes. Thank you for waterboarding me, Garfield, said Charlie Sheen with gratitude. No problem. I do what is best for you, said Charlie Sheen with gratitude. Said Garfield with pride. Sorry, with pride. With these words, Charlie Sheen went back to set for filming of more episodes of 2.5 Men to all to enjoy. Garfield and John Arbuckle were getting ready to head home when Garfield's phone began ringing. Who is this? Demanded Garfield with lightning energy. This is President Obama. I want you to come to the White House so I can personally thank you for saving 2.5 men, said President Obama on the phone. Very well. We will go to White House for praise, said Garfield, hanging up the phone. Garfield and John Arbuckle flew to White House on Garfield's jet and landed on the lawn. Thank you, Garfield, for waterboarding Charlie Sheen and saving 2.5 men. America owes you much. Here is Medal of Honor and the key to the city and a lifetime supply of lasagna, said President Obama with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for these prizes, but the lasagna will only be lasting 2.5 hours, said Garfield with witty jokes. Said President Obama and John Arbuckle, laughing at Garfield's wit. Garfield, John Arbuckle, and President Obama laughed and laughed at Garfield's funny joke, knowing that 2.5 Men would be on forever. The end. And author's note. If Charlie Sheen is reading this, I hope he realizes his errors and will stay on 2.5 Men for his own good and good of country. Shit. Huh. Surprisingly, I don't think Garfield didn't fuck any women in this. I'm a little surprised. Alright. Trying to think. Do I want to do one of these or do I want to kind of start wrapping up? Alright. Yeah, right. I'm trying to think. Guardians of the Galaxy or Natalie Portman and Vampire Gangster. I read the Galaxy one last time, but that one's like one of the weirder ones too, where it's just like you don't know where the fuck it's going. Portman. Alright. I am cool with that. Oh, I think this is, man, I've been picking all the random short ones. Alright, Garfield First Blood. Garfield saves Natalie Portman from vampire gangsters. Garfield First Blood. A tale of adventure, passion, and romances. Hey, no, I'll read the Galaxy one after. I mean, I like that one too. It was a sunny day when Garfield was practicing Tai Chi on the rooftop to harness his inner strength when he heard panic. Garfield, there is panic, said John Arbuckle. Stop behaving like woman, John Arbuckle. What is the matter? Scolded Garfield as he put on his members-only jacket. Natalie Portman has been kidnapped and you must come to the rescue, said John Arbuckle with bone-chilled eyes. What? Said Garfield as he bolted down the stairs with speed of a buffalo horde. Garfield switched on the TV, showing Natalie Portman being taken by vampire gangsters. Help, Garfield! I'm being taken captive by vampire gangsters! Cried Natalie Portman hysterically. Garfield, we demand the blood bank of USA give us 600 million gallons of blood, all in $100 bills, or else we will be making evening breakfast out of Natalie Portman, said the head vampire gangster with a menace. The only deposit being made will be yours, said Garfield with triumph, while shooting the TV in anger with his Desert Eagle. Garfield, what will you do? Asked John Arbuckle with audacity. A man must do what he must do. I will rescue Natalie Portman with these hands, said Garfield, fist clenched with justice. Garfield strutted to the closet where he took out his stake firing machine gun. He then hopped into his all-American 4-wheeled pickup truck. Garfield, let me come with you, said John Arbuckle with intent. No, you must stay. If I do not return in 24 hours, call Tiger Woods. Parenthesis, timely joke. That was a timely joke, Garfield, said John Arbuckle, getting his joke. Ah, shit.
Garfield then drove off into the thickness of summer night, determined to deliver justice through personal delivery. When driving, Garfield turned on the radio for inspirational music. Here is inspirational music for Garfield so that he may save the day again, said the DJ. The DJ started playing heart-thumping, rocking music to pump Garfield up. This is the beat to my groove, said Garfield as he let himself get pumped. As Garfield drove, he saw a kid taking drugs and ruining his life. Garfield was enraged by the waste of the youth and ran him over with his pickup truck. Drugs are for dopes. Go back to education, said Garfield. Yes, you are right, Garfield, said the kid who stopped doing drugs and went back to school for degrees. Garfield then arrived at the vampire warehouse, where the vampire gangsters held their Natalie Portman. Garfield notices there was a vampire gangster guarding the entrance. Oh no, it's Garfield. I must make alarm, said the vampire gangster. The only alarm we will be making is in hell, said Garfield as he shot the vampire gangster in the chest with his Desert Eagle. Ha! Garfield, vampires can only be killed with stakes and suns, said the vampire gangster. Fool, my bullets are made of suns, said Garfield with astrophysics. Oh no, I am dead, said the stupid vampire gangster as he burned away. Garfield lit a cigarette on the burning vampire and continued with his mission. During exploration, Garfield encountered 2 other vampire gangsters guarding a room. Here is a prime rib, ready for serving, quipped Garfield as he shot the vampire gangsters to death with his stake gun. Garfield then bursted into the room, seeking the Natalie Portman, captured with the menacing vampire gangster leader at her side. Ha ha, Garfield, you have entered a trap. Look around, you are surrounded, said the vampire gangster leader. Garfield looked around him, seeing the vampire gangsters all around, closing in. When Garfield heard a familiar voice, Amako! John Arbuckle crashed in from the ceiling with his 2 golden revolvers, daftly firing all around at the vampire gangsters. Thank you for my backup, John Arbuckle. I was in a pit of danger, said Garfield with sternness. No problem. You have gotten me out of more jam than I can remember, said John Arbuckle. The jig is up, vampire gangster. Time to face the face of justice, said Garfield, with justice coming out of his eyes and ears. Oh no, Garfield, I have a terrible secret to reveal, said the vampire gangster as he ripped off his face to reveal it was really Odie. Odie, how could you? Said John Arbuckle. After all the adventures and bonding we shared, how can you fall into criminality? Said Garfield with disappointment. Yes, Garfield, I am tired of you having all the glory in women. No more. This time the glory in women will be my own, said Odie with bitter triumph. Odie, I thought you were a man, but you are just a mutt, said Garfield with sadness in his heart. You do not have the heart to kill me, Garfield. So just say your goodbyes to your precious Natalie Portman, leered Odie with evil. You are forgetting one thing, Odie. You may have drawn first blood, but I always draw last, said Garfield with cool style as he shot Odie with his Desert Eagle. No, said Odie as he staggered and fell out of the window into acid. Garfield went to the tied up Natalie Portman and freed her swiftly. Thank you, Garfield. I am forever in your debt, said Natalie Portman with love to Garfield. No problem, babe. I liked you in Spaceballs. Now let's have a sexy tango, said Garfield. Thank you for complimenting my acting, said Natalie Portman with gratitude. So after Garfield's gracious compliments, they both danced a sexy tango and got all 10s. Wow, Garfield, you are a great dancer. Are you doing anything tonight? Said Natalie Portman. I am now. I will take to 4 Stars restaurant called Olive Garden. It has food of one-of-a-kind taste, said Garfield with class. That sounds delicious and romantic, said Natalie Portman, with romance on her mind. With these words, Garfield and Natalie Portman rode to Olive Garden on a black stallion with wind flowing through their hair. The end? Author's note, if Natalie Portman is reading this and would like to date me, that would be okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's one thing. 9 times out of 10, it's just Garfield and John. But the other character, like Odie comes in every once in a while. And Odie's always like almost a Moriarty to Garfield. Like, they're rivals, but I mean, like you can't be true rivals to Garfield, because Garfield's true man. But, like, when Odie comes in, it's like
yeah, Odie is like close to Garfield, at least in intelligence and all that. It sucks because there's yeah. I forgot that. I know he's in a couple of them, but I always forget which ones he's in.
With the chit chat, let's get some grub going.
Yeah, fucking yeah, man. Odie coming in is always a twist because again, it rarely happens, but when it does, it's like Odie. Which, just to make sure, again, I guess it's rude to assume that everybody knows Garfield lore, but if you don't, Odie is the other pet that lives with them. In the actual thing, it's John. He owns Garfield and Odie. Odie's just a dumb dog who he's semi-intelligent, but like he's like right in the middle. So like he can't speak, but he's sentient, but he can't speak, I guess. But I don't know if that's all dogs though. I don't know if there's any other dogs in Garfield, because all the cats can talk. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, Odie is Garfield's kind of like the Jerry to Tom, the Jerry to Garfield's Tom, except for like it's like they're friends but rivals. I don't know. Anyways, how long is this one? Wait, ooh, this is a longer one. Not super long, but all right. We'll do this one and go from there, really. Oh, sorry. All right. Garfield of the Galaxy, Infinity Wars. I don't know why it's chapter 1. There's only one chapter in it, but chapter 1. Chris Pratt was flying through stretches of space with his Guardians of the Galaxy. They were escaping from the sovereign peoples after causing mischief. They had Nebula for capture through circumstance. Nebula was chained to the wall with chains of stewing and brew of hate. Yippee-ki-yay, wild and free, wham bam shalam, Chris Pratt squealed with delight as he soared through the cosmos. Slow down, human man, you're a reckless fool, said Nebula with hateful evil and phone of beeping. Chill out, said Chris Pratt squealed with irritation. Nebula, you are my sister, but you are rotten with defilement, said Gamora with sisterly shame. And silence you, I will kill Thanos. You are a green weakling traitor, said Nebula with bitterly bite. Oh, you women, quipped Rocket Raccoon with jolly laughter. Chris Pratt, please slow down. You are being hardy fool, said Drax said with concern. Call me Star-Lord, squealed Chris Pratt with defiance. With suddenness, a ship appeared, and out of ship appeared a figure. It was old but magical. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm glad that you could come and listen to me garf some field. But yeah, if you want to try to sleep again, have a nice night. If you're just thanking me to be nice, no problem. Don't you scoff. Don't you choke at me. Are you okay? I take that as yes. Alright. I will. Alright. Oh yeah. Greetings, Guardians of the Galaxy. It is I, Ego, said the figure with enigma. Ego? Like egg? Squealed Chris Pratt with quip. No, Chris Pratt. I have been looking galaxy over for you, and now I have found the answer to my meaning, said the mysterious old one with feeble elderly wisdom. Oh man, you'll call me Star-Lord. Squealed Chris Pratt like spoiled brat. Oh. Oh yeah, no problem. Hey, that's how I'm going to do this for probably a little bit, so... Calm yourself. I have great secret to tell. I am your father, said the figure with revelation.
Daddy! Squealed Chris Pratt with bliss. Meanwhile, while conversing was happening, Nebula unlocked herself from chains. She snuck away with stealth, hiding in shadows of light. She then kicked open an escape hatch and jumped into space. No! Screamed Grimoire with despair. That is right, sister. I will die in icy hell of space before being prisoner to you, Nebula said with vile. Shut up! I'm talking to my daddy! Squealed Chris Pratt with weasel spite. It's funny because I was going for like a Sonic the Hedgehog, but I think it turned into like a half Chris Rock, half Sonic the Hedgehog for a minute. Anyways, Nebula floated through the frigid wasteland of space, disappearing like lice in forests of hair. She was a speck of nothing in cosmic debris. She felt cold death tickle her skin with fingers. She thought she would die heavy with burden of hate and never knowing true love of man. She fell into sleeping slumber, spiraling into dreams of woe and fury. In her dreams, Thanos was laughing like madman, tormenting pain to the innocent. But then in her dreams, awesome figure of power, radiating with orange majesty, overwhelmed all. The searing flame of manhood incinerated Thanos with effortless ease, tearing off head with muscular, manly hands. He tossed Thanos' head into a black hole and spat on it. The figure, which was cat and man, turned manly gaze and bore into her mind like fiery lances of lasagna. His eyes were like blazing stars in galaxy of hope. Nebula felt sweat of fear and desire run down her face like a coat of slimy goo. What was that? Goo. Her lady gems exploded like a meteor hitting planet of dynamite. She awoke, trembling with awe. She did not know where she was. She was moving through space, seated on custom expensive leather seat. She looked around and saw she was in a red Corvette driving through space. At driver wheel was the orange figure in her dreams, rippling with muscle and manhood. He wore aviator shades and smoked a lasagna cigarette. Wind blew through his hair with cool style as he chilled out to Tangerine Dream. Garfield? Cried out Nebula in shock. The manly figure of physical justice nodded mighty head. Where am I? Where are we going? Said Nebula with concern. You are in safety. I found you in deepness of space, floating like balloon in a bath, said Garfield with masculine stoicism as he puffed a lasagna cigarette. I'm taking you to my planet. But I have no time. I must kill Thanos, Nebula said with objection. Relax, ragamuffins. In my planet you will find knowledge of pleasure. Sit back and let the man drive you to ecstasy, Garfield said to Nebula with universal truth. Garfield drove on through blackness, cutting through space like a knife through liquid air. Lights of red Corvette seared through darkness like torches of enlightenment. Nebula saw wonders of universe like stars and planets. Then over in horizon she saw greatest wonder of all. It was a massive glowing orb the size of 3 suns. At closer coming she saw it was a great mighty planet filled with fields of green and seas of red. What is this? Asked Nebula with bewilderment. I have searched the universe for a planet to call home, but found none to match my majesty. So I have built planet with these 2 hands, Garfield said with truth. Garfield nosedived his red Corvette through the atmosphere of planet. He soared over continents and oceans. He flew over continent bigger than Earth and Mars and filled with giant tree with red bark. On branches were cities filled with sexy ladies walking around and dining on fresh lasagna. That is the tree of rebirthing. It is watered with the blood of my enemies. Like my fist, its thirst for evil blood will never be quenched, Garfield said with explaining. With death of evil, lovely ladies can frolic with joy and know pleasure of lasagna. That is magical, said Nebula with impressment. Garfield and Nebula then flew over a pyramid of skeletons. That is the pyramid of fools. I have built it from skeletons of boneheads who defy my justice. It is a monument to ignorance. Only when pyramid reaches past end of universe will all ignorance be destroyed, said Garfield with pride. The great pyramid shone in sunlight, beaming with glory. Garfield then flew past more red oceans which boiled with heat and steam. Sweet smell of beauty came from red-hot oceans. Then, over oceans, Garfield came to giant floating island the size of 20 Earths. On floating island was city full of lights and skyscrapers. At city center At city center was mighty palace that shone light like light bulb on 4th of July. What amazement, said Nebula with astonishing. It is my summer castle. Come and see, Garfield said as he flowed down the castle. Oh, yeah, it was good to have you, Shadow. Have a nice night. In Castle Island, thousands upon millions of spaceships soared from outer space and landed on docks. Out of spaceships, sexy ladies came out with disembarking, giggling with joy and excitement. Why are all these ladies here on spaceships? Asked Nebula with wondering. Ladies from all around the universe come to meet the supernova of sexy and the big bang of good times, Garfield said as he pointed to his pants. Nebula nodded with understanding as her mind unraveled secret that lay wrapped behind Garfield's man pants. As her mind wandered, her mouth watered. Garfield landed ship at Castle Courtyard. In courtyard there was giant hedges shaped like sexy ladies in naughty poses. Naked ladies lounged by shrubs eating lasagna and dressed in bikinis. The road was paved with gold and steel. As they walked, they passed a large luxury pool shaped like woman's navel. In pool, ladies lay on float shaped like Garfield. They massaged floats with wanting hands, wishing the man was there for real. As Garfield passed, all the sexy ladies cooed longingly for him, but the man walked by without beating a sweat. Garfield and Nebula then passed through golden doors the size of skyscrapers. Garfield pushed them open like giant pushing feathers. Inside was great hall filled with giant stone statues of naked ladies. On walls hung oil paintings of Garfield loving hot ladies from all of history. In one painting, Cleopatra and Catherine the Great were lying on bed of silky sin as Garfield jolted their lady sockets with his man lightning. That is realism, Garfield said with art as he pointed to paintings. Throughout the hall, fine ladies ate lasagna and drank cocktails at glass tables. They wore shimmering space dresses that were see-through. As Garfield passed them, they reached longingly for him, but he did not glance a look. Garfield passed bar and motioned to bartender Ted with cool point. Bartender Ted gave him the finger guns and threw lasagna scotch to Garfield, who caught it like home run goalie. Garfield sipped a drink like cool cat in Chilltown. More ladies flocked to him, wanting sniff of his scent and touch of his muscles, but he did not wink a care. Garfield flicked the lasagna cigarette to ground and walked on. Mob of ladies rushed to lasagna cigarette, clawing and fighting for its radiance, wanting to get a taste of the cosmic force of man. But oh yeah, it's ShakespeareHemmingway is his name, which is even better. But fucking yeah, he's one of my favorite writers, just because like this is fucking ridiculous, but it's like so ridiculous it's like entertaining, genuinely entertaining. Like I love it both ironically and not. Like it's like a weird combination. Hold on. Force of man. There we go. Nebula followed Garfield out of room through doors, which were color of night. On the other side, there was darkness with flashes of strobe lights. Fantasy by Aldo Nova played as ladies in tight black leather danced under spotlights and rubbed themselves with wet lasagna. This is Temple of Forbidden Pleasure. In it, fantasy becomes reality, Garfield explained with guru words. A foxy mama in pool of lasagna was dancing and wiggling. She saw Garfield and took handful of steaming lasagna, fresh as spring, and smeared it on firm breasts while licking lips like hungry she-panther. Garfield nodded with approving. You must be familiar with forbidden bodily pleasures, Garfield said to Nebula as they passed under hanging cage with lady dancing and whirling hair and licking lasagna-covered bars. I do not know these things. I have been captured by Thanos all my life. All I know is scent of battle and taste of murder, Nebula said with sadness. Taste of murder is rich, but like lasagna, it must be chewed with virtue. Killing of evil is righteous, but death of innocence is vile, like flies making love on rotting meat, said Garfield, with the learning of lifetimes. Nebula followed Garfield through Temple of Forbidden Pleasure, seeing sights unseen and thoughts unknown. Her mind and heart were filled with mysteries. Garfield pointed to sexy six-armed, eight-legged alien babe. She wore a black leather bodysuit and held paddles in all hands. With paddles, she spanked naked ladies who laid on beds and screamed in ecstasy, enjoying their spanking pleasure. Garfield gave her a thumbs up. Garfield and Nebula passed through Iron Gate and entered the Snap Room, where the rhythm was always a dancer. Hot ladies in bodysuits danced their beats to rhythm as the music poured in from boomboxes. They passed through a room of cool tunes and hot beats and entered doorway. On the other side there was crystal stairway of spiraling. They climbed stairs to pinnacle of heights, reaching Garfield's throne room. Garfield's throne room was filled with glorying light. Light of suns poured through stained glass windows of sexy ladies in lasagna. Flags with coat of arms of fist-clenching lasagna flew in breezy wind. Suits of armor with shields of lasagna emblems stood proud. Garfield sat on his throne of majesty of real man and snapped with style. At snapping, servant dressed like sexy French maid came in with lemonade. Please enjoy relaxation, said Garfield said with calmness. I am sorry, Garfield. I cannot stay. I must go hunt Thanos, Nebula said with regret. Thanos is oversized baby, too big for his diaper. He tries to put on big boy pants, but they fall off in mockery, Garfield said with dismissal. You are wisdom, Nebula said with enlightenment. A servant then appeared with suddenness. She approached and knelt with respectfulness and spoke. I am sorry to be interrupting you, Garfield, but we have a visitor. It is Thor. He has come from Asgard to challenge your manliness, servant said with respectfulness. What's tomfoolery? Garfield bombasted with appall. It is true, he will not leave until he has faced you in battles and taken title of Ultimate Man, servant said with apologies. So be it. We will meet in Colosseum of Burning Fury. It is needing coat of paint and Asgardian blood is perfect color, Garfield said with judgment. Garfield went into back chambers to prepare for execution of the fool. Nebula followed servant to Colosseum of Burning Fury, where crowds sat in seats waiting for top-notch show. They cheered, Garfield, Garfield, waiting with anticipation for the hero to arrive. Then with suddenness, doors in front opened and Thor entered fighting arena. Crowded? I think it's really crowd, but crowd booed him and threw tomatoes and bananas as he sulked with frowning. Why do you boo me? I'm Thor, great and mighty hero, sobbed Thor with sorrow tears. Great golden gates then opened with booming. Out rode Garfield on custom Harley Davidson motorcycle. He wore a cool leather jacket and jeans with boots of stepping. His Harley revved like bull in heat as he rode into the arena. Crowd screamed in cheering joy and ladies threw flowers and underwear at the man. Garfield stopped in the middle of arena and got off Harley to face the weakling. You are a newborn toddler who sucks at his thumb and dreams it is gold, Garfield said to Thor with contempt. Silence, Garfield. My father Odin sent me here to find a real man and challenge him to cosmic battle. Only then will I prove worth, Thor yelled in defiance. Your father has sent you on errand to hell. You beg death to dance and spit in fate's face, but I will give you greatest gift a warrior can give to another, a gilded chariot to the hall of the dead, Garfield said with stoic wisdom. Enough! Feel the wrath of my new Mjolnir! Damn it. Thor screamed as he took out mighty hammer. Thor tossed Mjolnir with great whooshing at Garfield, making it soar like prancing antelope in savannah. But Garfield did not flinch a wink. He caught hammer with powerful grip and stared at it with eyes. What? Only worthy can wield Mjolnir. Cried out Thor in desperate rage. Damn it. Garfield scoffed with laughing as he raised hammer like featherweight pillow, then tossed it in the air with meteor power. He then took out his Desert Eagle, aimed at Mjolnir. Here is your worthiness, Garfield said with ice-cold style as he shot Mjolnir with Desert Eagle, making it shatter like explosion of rainbow diamonds. No, how can this be? Cried out Thor like a milkman crying over cracked egg. Your toy hammer is crutch for your spineless body. Without it, you quiver like a jellyfish in autumn breeze, Garfield said with solemn teaching. Garfield then approached Thor with swagger of majestic masculinity. Every step quaked with rumbles and stars and galaxies distant exploded in awe. Thor looked up into Garfield's eyes, which were blazing infernos, and saw the coming and unbecoming of universes. Sweat like frozen daggers rained on face as he saw destiny of truth. He saw himself in Garfield's eyes, squealing in horror of cosmos. He then saw himself rebirthed out womb, which was serpent's mouth, and blood gushed out like ketchup, but blood was not blood, but lasagna. So it is truth, Thor said with enlightenment. Tears filled Thor's eyes like honeydew and poured like a hot river of remorse. Garfield nodded mighty head in silence. I know now. I am pathetic worm being baked in rays of manliness. Thor wept with distraught. But please, Garfield, end my being with your righteous fury. So be it. My steel palm will crush wisdom into your mind, Garfield said. As he placed palm on Thor's mighty head, he gripped Thor's very small head effortlessly. His tadpole head was like a grape overcome and see a palm. Garfield crushed head like a miniature watermelon, making shower of blood and brain spurt like shower mush. Eyes pop out like popcorn, and pieces of skull exploded outward. In final moments, Thor felt wisdom and peace enter his mind. Garfield presented bloody wet hands, and handmaidens dressed in transparent silk robes came out with rushing and licked Garfield's palms with lustful thirst, cleansing his stone palms. Look up, pussycats. My hands are dirty with fool's blood, Garfield said with orders. Handmaidens licked with slimy tongues, oily and wet like pink eels. Their gooey tongues licked Garfield's hands until all were satisfied. When hands were clean, Garfield took Thor's headless body, which was bleeding red waterfalls, out of head strump. He motioned to handmaidens, who brought stone bowl carved like lasagna pan. He then poured Thor's blood inside. When bowl was full, Garfield spoke with commands to his handmaidens. Bake blood in oven of judgment, and then take to tree of rebirthing. Let it feed with nourishment on blood, Garfield declared with edicts. Then, out of suddenness, there was a spark of smoke. A figure appeared from whiskey clouds of fog. It was Odin. Garfield, I see you have done the deed, Odin said with observation. It is sad, but my son was not real man. He had to fall by your just hands. Garfield said nothing. Wordless silence came from his closed mouth. His eyes were stoic mountains. He then approached Odin with march. He stared into Odin's eyes, and Odin shook like a baby trapped in iceberg. Garfield then took out lasagna cigarette and lit it with handgun lighter. He puffed lasagna cigarette and then blew smoke in Odin's face, who coughed like puppy with asthma. Garfield then took out lasagna from his lips and put it on Odin's bare arm. Odin screamed like seagull, giving birth to ostrich, and in puff of smoke turned into Loki. Garfield, how did you know it was me? Loki said with shock. Perfumed pig still smells like mud, said Garfield with steel rage. It is too late. Thor is dead. I have tricked you. I have won, squealed Loki like Potbelly Pig. Pathetic cockroach. My justice can never be tricked by swine. I kill who I want, and I will now be killing you, said Garfield with righteousness. Loki saw rage in Garfield's eyes and mouth and panicked. He fell on his knees with despair. Garfield, please spare my life, Loki pleaded with begging. Relax, I am noble man. My fists spread peace, and now they will spread you into pieces, Garfield said with mercy. Garfield grabbed Loki by his hair, which was long like a little girl, and began dragging him on ground. Loki screamed and screeched like a guinea pig ready for the slaughter, which would probably be like... Garfield then twirled Loki around his head like a cowboy cat twirling Wild West lasso. Yeehaw, ride 'em cowboy, Garfield joked with humor as he twirled Loki. Crowd pointed and laughed at Loki as he screamed like pathetic banshee while he was twirled like pinwheel. When Garfield was tired of this game, he raised Loki to the sky. Time for my favorite show, Breaking Back, parenthesis timely joke, Garfield said with timely joke as he brought down Loki on his knee for backbreaker, snapping his spine. All of Colosseum laughed with hilarity at Garfield's joke. Even Loki laughed with good humor as his spine was snapped like twig. When Garfield was done with comedy, he threw Loki to the ground. Loki laid now at the center of the arena, broken and shattered like expensive vase. Time to dispose of the trash, Garfield said with chillness. Garfield went with two giant lever, and with grinning skull at tip, he pulled down lever with ease of man who pulled levers all his life. At lever pulling, Coliseum floor opened down middle like a great yawning mouth, and in the open pit was a great black hole. Loki fell into pit and was sucked into spiraling chaos of black hole. Ah! Cried Loki as he fell into black hole. Relax, have a light, Garfield quipped with cleverness as he tossed Lasagna cigarette into black hole, exploding it into fiery supernova. Ah, no! Screamed Loki as his flesh and bones burned and melted into incineration from the supernova. Next time wear sunscreen, Garfield joked with wit. After Garfield pulled lever black, closing door to supernova, Nebula ran out into arena for congratulations. Garfield, you are... You okay? Oh yeah, it was just a pill bottle, it's fine. Oh, it was, okay, yeah, it's fine. Alright. You're amazing. Nebula said with astonishment as she ran sexy finger down Garfield's massive bicep. It was nothing, puppy pants. I needed warm-up for the main event. The next arena will be bedroom, and it would not be short bout but marathon. And I will go into overtime, Garfield said with wink. Oh, Garfield, I have never known taste of true man. Will you show me ways of romance? Nebula asked with yearning. You know it, Carrot Cake. I will pour Milky Way into your nebula and you will enjoy every drop, said Garfield with flirtations. You know just what to say to make lady feel special, said Nebula with swooning. Garfield led Nebula up crystal stairway that climbed the tower pinnacle. They came to doors of diamond with carvings of ruby-eyed tigers clutching lasagna. Through diamond doors, they entered Garfield's master bedroom, which was size of basketball court and filled with marble statues of naked women. Fertility symbols hung on walls, and at back was massive bed shaped like male symbol. Mirror was on ceiling above bed, and center of room on floor was giant symbol of yin yang woven into area rug. Stay here, Garfield said with romance. Garfield led Nebula to yin yang symbol and went upstairs into balcony room. Nebula waited with anticipation for her lady engine to get maximized. After waiting what seemed like forever, hours, Garfield appeared from balcony and walked down stairway. He was dressed in black silk pants and black silk sleeveless shirt that clung to manly chest. He strode down like mandrill on the prowl, eager for a hot taste of sexy space woman. Somebody call fire marshal because you are lighting me up, Nebula said with arousal. You know it, Firefly. I am will stoke flame of sex in your oven, said Garfield with seduction. Explode my body with your man force, Nebula begged with swooning. Yes. Yes, but first thing is first. To dine on delicacy of loving, one must set the table of mood, Garfield said with suaveness as he snapped fingers. Lights diminished and fascinating street by The Cure played from unseen speakers. Then in Mystery of Magic, sexy naked women statues came to life and began approaching Nebula with smooth motions like fish swimming in silk, moving with rhythm to the beat. Marvel ladies fell upon Nebula with groping hands and licking tongues, pleasuring her body. Garfield lounged on black satin couch, crossing leg over knee like champ and smoking lasagna cigarette. Nebula moaned as marble minxes massaged her body with biting teeth and wrapped around her with legs. At center of Garfield's bedroom was twisting, nodding mass of bodies writhing in sweaty sex. Time to dive in lake of love, Garfield said as he approached a mass of woman bodies which were wet and tangled like seaweed. Sexy marble ladies separated, allowing Garfield view of star of the show. Nebula gasped with breathing. Garfield, will you not come and enter my vortex? I have waited so long for love of man, Nebula said with longing. You got it, Puss Boots. You have felt the yin, and now you will feel the yang, Garfield said with liquid sexuality. The yin-yang symbol on ground began to glow with green color of passion. Garfield then jumped into Pleasure Pile, ready to bring Jackhammer of Joy into Nebula's Pleasure Pit. Time to feel the power of my infinity gems, Garfield said as he unhooked Golden Tiger belt on silk pants. Garfield launched his Luster Dragon at Nebula, who embraced it with her firm thighs. Garfield rode Nebula like cosmic Tyrannosaur, galloping fields of milky stars. He surged the force of his manliness into her body, pouring power of cosmic creation into her vessel of womanhood. To be continued. Oh, I guess that's why it's chapter 1. Author's note: if Marvel is reading this, please put Garfield in Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy. You have my permission to use my stories for inspiration. Oh, I would fucking die if somebody made a full animation, like they made like a sketch thing of one of them. Whew. And then, as much fun as I'm having, I think this will be the last one. Whew. Hold on, okay. It's fine. You know what? I'm getting requested an encore. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, no, actually, I lied. We're going to do 2 more. If you guys are fine with that. Oh, man. I was going to do the High School Musical one, but, here's the one that I forgot about. Remember the Natalie Portman one? Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's one of those. I'm just I don't know. I worry that too much Blade is a bad thing sometimes, but anyway, there is a sequel to First Blood Part 1, which is First Blood Part 2, Forever Fist, that's the one with the Natalie Portman. And that's Garfield battles Ashton Kutcher over fate of the soul of Natalie Portman. Garfield First Blood Part 2, Legend of the Warrior of the Forever Fist. Ooh, that's a Cody title right there. It was a bright morning full of rain and sun when Natalie Portman was doing her acting. These are my words, and my motions are full of emotion, said Natalie Portman with acting. Excellent. This is Oscar-winning performance, said director with compliments. Thank you. I am 4-star actress, said Natalie Portman with thanks. Then all of a sudden, out of the mist, Ashton Kutcher appeared with sinister plans. Natalie Portman, you will star with me with movies and be forever mine. Then I will have immortality, cackled Ashton Kutcher with evil. No, Ashton Kutcher, I will not give in to your evil, cried out Natalie Portman in defiance. You have no say in this. You are my prisoner. Behold, force field, said Ashton Kutcher as he summoned a force field prison to capture Natalie Portman. Now to my studio lair where we will star in movies together, declared Ashton Kutcher with evil as he left with imprisoned Natalie Portman. Meanwhile, Garfield was riding alone on All-American Highway on his custom Harley-Davidson motorcycle, rocking out to Dio turned up to maximum volume. Time to train the muscles, said Garfield as he pulled into a gym for training. And Garfield went to the punching bag for punching practice. It was a punching bag made of diamond and steel so it could take his super punches, which are like force of nature. Iron fist, mighty with speed, said Garfield as he punched the punching bag. As Garfield practiced his punches, news reports came on TV. This just in, Ashton Kutcher has tweeted he has kidnapped Natalie Portman for evil movies. If only a hero was man enough to save her, said the newsman with reporting. Indignities, roared Garfield as he punched the punching bag in half with ease at the anger of the reporting. Garfield waltzed out of gym in quest to rescue Natalie Portman with his manly power. Outside of gym, Garfield was confronted with thugs. Indeed.
Garfield, we were sent by Ashton Kutcher to be putting stop to you. Now is the time for endings,
said the thugs with arrogant laughs. The only thing being stopped is your life. Eat fist, roared Garfield with anger. The thugs then attacked Garfield with foolishness. One thug swung a chain at him and the other hit him with a baseball bat, but it was no use. They bounced off Garfield's muscles like a rubber ball on a donkey.
What?
Cried out the thugs in shocking disbelief.
John, it's what I do.
My turn, miscreants, said Garfield as he lifted one thug above his head. Time to make a wish, said Garfield as he snapped the thug in two. After the thug snapping, Garfield turned to the other thug with a vengeance. No, that's the other one.
Garfield, please spare my life. I am a poor, starving man,
said Garfield with begging. Starve on my fist, said Garfield as he punched the thug's stomach out. Garfield then hopped on his custom Harley-Davidson motorcycle and revved up the engines to rescue Natalie Portman. Ashton Kutcher, I hope your heart is in good health because I'm going to rip it out of your chest, said Garfield as he put his shades on and rode off for rescue. As Garfield rode, a tractor-trailer truck filled with lasagna drove beside him. Lasagna, feed my body and soul. Lasagna, give me strength to rescue ladies in danger, Garfield said as he looked to the truck. Garfield burst out of the truck to feed... Lasagna burst out of the truck to feed Garfield and enter his mouth for eating, filling Lasagna's muscular body with power and energy. Thank you, Lasagna. You are now part of me, said Garfield with gratitude to Lasagna. In the distance, Garfield spotted trouble. It was a tank filled with vile minions of Ashton Kutcher.
Behold, Garfield, our beast of iron and metal. You are right in here, Garfield, for we are righteous,
said the tank commander with taunts. At Villain's petty taunt, Garfield laughed with scoffing. He turned on his Dio beyond maximum volume and glared at foolish tank with fiery eyes. Rust in peace, Iron Beast. Rest in peace, Iron Beast. Garfield fell to the tank as he rode through the tank at laser speed, splitting it in half. Meanwhile, in Ashton Kutcher's demon lair, evil was brewing in hearts of men. Ashton Kutcher was sitting on his throne, dressed like a wicked sultan, while Natalie Portman was chained to the wall.
Natalie Portman, you are mine on this midnight hour. All your hopes should be abandoned, for I am your new master,
cackled Ashton Kutcher with evil. No, Garfield will save me, for he is true hero of man, Natalie Portman said with hope.
Oh, not even Garfield's manliness can save you now. We will star in movies and make eons of money,
declared Ashton Kutcher with manic laughing. Garfield, please come, I need you, Natalie Portman said with longing. Meanwhile, Garfield was riding on the lonely road of the hero with hair blowing through wind like wet lasagna in a fan. In the distance, Garfield saw Ashton Kutcher's palace of pain and evil. It was on an island surrounded by lava and crocodiles. There seemed no way, but Garfield never gives up, never surrenders. Time to do the sky bird, Garfield declared as he pulled out his lasagna glider and glided onto island of Ashton Kutcher. Garfield crashed into a room full of Ashton Kutcher's loyal guards who would fight in his name to the deaths, but Garfield was not afraid. I heard there was party, so I stopped by. Do not worry, I am polite guest. Here are some presents, quipped Garfield. As he took out his Desert Eagles and fired at guard scum. My goodie bag will be your bleeding heart, Ashton Kutcher, Garfield shouted with adrenaline pumping. Garfield searched for Ashton Kutcher's palace, mowing down guards whenever he saw with no mercy. He then came upon doors to Ashton Kutcher's throne room, but it was sealed with evil power and locks. But Garfield blew it open with ease like a big bad wolf blowing down straw houses. I am here for the Natalie Portman and for your head on stick, Garfield roared upon entering Ashton Kutcher's throne room. Inside room, Garfield saw Natalie Portman chained in imprisonment and Ashton Kutcher sitting on a throne.
Garfield, I have been waiting for you. Not even you can be stopping me now.
Silence, you sultan of sin. Your time is ending near, said Garfield with angry vocals.
Garfield, I have enough of your words. Time for your fiery doom. Meet the dragon,
Ashton Kutcher said as he whistled for his dragon. At Ashton Kutcher's whistling, a four-headed dragon appeared with fire breathing and roars.
Enjoy your just desserts,
Ashton Kutcher cackled as he fled like a little girl.
Garfield, I am hoping you brought your bib, because I am going to be smoking you like ham,
growled the evil four-headed dragon. I have no time for dragon distraction, fumed Garfield with frustration. All hope seemed to be in fire, but then a familiar voice was heard by all. Amako! It was John Arbuckle, flying in on jetpack rearing for fighting. Do not worry, I will take care of this lizard. You must go after Ashton Kutcher, said John Arbuckle with support. Thank you, John Arbuckle. You are my jetpack backup, said Garfield with gratitude. Garfield went after Ashton Kutcher as John Arbuckle battled Dragon with Mystic Blade. Okay, Dragon Boy, let's do this, John Arbuckle said as he drew his Mystic Katana. Meanwhile, Garfield was chasing down Ashton Kutcher with justice on mind and in fist. He finally cornered Ashton Kutcher against wall. You are at the end of your highway, and it is time to play the toll man, said Garfield with eyes glaring.
Garfield, it is too late. Natalie Portman's soul is mine, and my life will be immortal.
Yes, Ashton Kutcher declared with a vile grin. Fool, your life is short, but my fist is forever, Garfield roared as he charged inner power to the max and sent fists flying at Ashton Kutcher at earthquake speed, making him supernova. No! Cried out Ashton Kutcher as he supernovaed. Your career just exploded, quipped Garfield with cleverness. Oh, thank you, Garfield, you saved me again, thanked Natalie Portman with joyful words. No problem, honey babes. I cannot stand seeing ladies kidnapped, Garfield said as he helped Natalie Portman up. Good work, Garfield. Good work, Garfield. You saved the day again, said approaching voice. It was John Arbuckle. He was holding Dragon's heads in his hands. Yes, John Arbuckle, but I think it is time for celebration. Yes, Garfield. We should perform our hit new song for Natalie Portman's music enjoyment, John Arbuckle suggested with good ideas as he took out his electric guitar for jamming. Ooh. Yes, here's our new song, Lover and Fighter Man, from the album of same name. Old people with diseases should be aware of dangerous rocking, said Garfield as he took out his mic, ready for rocking. John Arbuckle began powerful chords of playing, while Garfield began to sing with a mighty rockin' voice. Oh lord, this is like a full-on fucking song. Okay, hold on. I need to. I don't have any music, so that's what sucks for actual singing. But I am real man, hard like steel, always hungry for a lasagna meal, busting heads, winning every fight. Need to see you naked tonight. I'm a lover and fighter man, not a loser and crier man. Baby, bake me egg in a fryer pan, cause I am lover and fighter man. Every day I'm punching, kicking. When I come home, I want you for licking. Stupid thugs, their heads I crack, but you I want to rub my back. I'm a lover and fighter man, not a loser and crier man. Want to spank you till you tan, because I'm a lover and fighter man. John Arbuckle then began shredding like a madman with guitar solo. Amako! Shouted John Arbuckle as flames and lightning burst out of his guitar. After an amazing guitar solo, John Arbuckle began to sing again, and now I need to check on Cody.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta hit the restroom real quick.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, I had to use the restroom real quick. Okay. Where were we? All right. Amako shouted. Oh yeah, John Arbuckle as flames and lightning burst out his guitar. After an amazing guitar solo, he began to sing again. I don't remember the beat. I am the champ in the ring, in the bedroom I am king, bashing villains till they moan, loving ladies till they groan. I am a lover and a fighter man, not a loser and crier man. I'll make you fly like Peter Pan, because I'm a lover and fighter man. Natalie Portman screamed and clapped in excitement at the Rockin concert. She ran to Garfield with love in her eyes. Garfield, you are a rock star stud muffin, but now I want you to play me like an electric guitar and make me wail, Natalie Portman said with desire. Sure thing, Sugar Bites. I have concert in my pants and you have first row tickets, said Garfield with flirty words. Let us go on stage and make music, said Natalie Portman. Let's go on stage and make music, said Natalie Portman as she led Garfield to her bedroom. Garfield and Natalie Portman went on her bed and embraced for lovemaking. They rubbed each other with oil and perfume and touched each other all over. Their bodies then joined like peanut butter and jelly and created delicious loving all night long. The end. Shit. Thank you. I thought I pressed the button. Okay. The end. Author's note. Congratulations to Natalie Portman for her pregnancies. Please beware and do not let Ashton Kutcher kidnap your babies. Also, I'm still single, so it's still okay if you would like to date me. Okay. Now, this is going to probably be the last one. But this is one of the better ones. This is the one that I wish more people read. Everybody reads the first one, they're like, "Oh, this is crazy." But the second one, this is I think this is probably my favorite one. Either this one or I forget which one I said. But yeah, this is definitely up there. Either number 1 or number 2. Okay, yes, accept. Okay, Garfield, Prince of Tragedy, Royal Rescue Part 2. Prince Harry is consumed with the madness of revenge, and Garfield must save the day again. This is a sequel to the first one. Garfield, Prince of Tragedy. It was morning eve when Prince Harry was on his floating fortress in the ocean. He was doing duty of serving country of England, steering ships and flying the planes. "Set sail for land, ho!" said Prince Harry to his men with seamanship. As Prince Harry was ordering soldiers, a messenger came with news of urgency.
Prince Harry, I have news. Your brother has been defeated by manly force,
said the messenger with panic. "What is this nonsense?" cried out Prince Harry with flabbergasting words.
"It is truth. See for yourself,"
said the messenger as he put VHS tape on VCR for watching. The videotape showed recording of Prince William's ending moments by Garfield's Fists of Fury. It showed Prince William crashing into Big Ben, creating an explosion of maximum impact. "No!" cried out Prince Harry in sadness anger. Prince Harry sat in silence, body and souls filled with grief and rage. He trembled like sea, envious of the oceans, and shook like angry babies rattle. "Garfield!" cried out Prince Harry, with fists to the sky. The video continued and showed Garfield taking Kate Middleton in manly arms and making sweet royal love. As Prince Harry saw Garfield romance his brother's woman like he could only dream, his temperature raised with angry heat. His fist clenched, swatting champagne glass, and his eyes burning with fire. Which I'm wondering who was recording all this. Like, just one of the guys are like, "Oh, I'm totally recording Garfield fucking the princess." But anyway, "Betrayal!" shouted Prince Harry with snarling face. Prince Harry stormed into the throne room where he sat in throne, contemplating rage. He stared off with obsession and could not get vision of Prince William crashing into Big Ben and Kate Middleton running to Garfield's biceps out of his royal mind.
No man a cat crosses my family, I will get revenge sweeter than fresh river salmon,
Prince Harry declared to the world.
What will you be doing?
Asked servant with wondering.
I will be setting a wicked trap for this cat. But first, of trapping of imprisonment, there must be jail bait, and I am knowing just what ticket is needed.
And on a side note, that's not like that's not jail bait. Like, he's trying to imprison Garfield. I was saying that because I read this last time. Yeah, I read this last time and I was like, oh fuck, it's one of the characters underage. I'm so like that's not good. But then I checked it out. No, I think it's just there to be yeah. Everybody's legal age in this. The jail bait means bait for jail because he's prisoning Garfield for treachery. Anyways. I know, it was something that like I read the one time and I was like, oh no. But and I am knowing just what ticket is needed, Prince Harry said as he looked at a picture of Kate Middleton with evil intents. Meanwhile, in Middleton House, Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton were having girl talk. Kate Middleton, what is the matter? You look in the dumpster? Peepa Middleton asked Kate Middleton with concern. Oh, I cannot stop thinking about my one true man. Kate Middleton sighed with sorrow as she looked at pictures of Garfield and Manly Post. The problem, my dear sister, is that you have fallen in love, said Peepa Middleton with caring. Yes, but Garfield cannot stay, for a tiger cannot be tamed, and a real man can never be leashed, Kate Middleton said with truth. While Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton were speaking their women's words, figure from the shadows whooshed in with sudden wickedry. Ha ha ha, foolish women, you have betrayed my family line, and the time for vengeance is at hand, cackled the figure with evil. Prince Harry? Cried out Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton in unison. Yes, the one and only. However, I am not the man I was before, but a new man, reborn from fires of vengeance with only mission to revenge my brother, said Prince Harry with madness. You are after Garfield. You are after Garfield, cried out Kate Middleton in shock. This is right, and you will be the bait to my lure. Time for capture, said Prince Harry as he launched cages at Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton. No! Cried out Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton as they were ensnared with imprisonment. Laughed Prince Harry with madman laughing as he took his imprisoned ladies to lair for trap setting. Meanwhile, elsewheres in a moonlit night, Garfield was cruising in his red Corvette with lasagna license plate in the big city. His mind was blowing. His wind was blowing with air. Yeah, his wind was blowing in air with coolness as he was taking in the sights and sounds. Garfield was wearing his shades and had his radio on for jamming to cool tunes with hot beats. This is the big city life, Garfield said to himself while cruising. Up next is the mega hit smash song Love is Lasagna by Garfield, which is topping all the charts, said the radio DJ with rhythm and blues. One of my favorites, said Garfield as he turned on radio to max volume and looked in mirror, admiring his rugged handsomeness. Song begun with smooth, sexy saxophone intro, followed by rip-roaring guitar riffs, and led into Garfield's manly singing voice coming from radio. Oh babe, when I see your eyes, it is making my pants rise. The feeling is out of control. For my loving there is no parole. Love is lasagna, the food that's feeding my soul. Love is lasagna, it is not no casserole. Oh babe, I am at the end of my ropes. I want to taste your sweet cantaloupes. Oh man, this is a mess on my end. Your body's buffet of desire. In your bedroom I will never tire. Love is lasagna, who will be melting like mozzarella cheese. Love is lasagna, my appetite only you can appease. Oh babe, you are delicious like lasagna feast. I will devour your body whole like beast. Lonely man walking lonely path alone. Now we are together, all night we will moan. Love is lasagna. Our own serving is never enough. Love is lasagna. You are knowing I like it rough. Love is lasagna. Soft and gooey, give me one more slice. Love is lasagna. I will be taking you to paradise. That was a mess. Ooh, but fun. Alright. Thank you. What good singer, Garfield said with approving as he puffed lasagna's cigarette. After awesome rockin' song, radio news person came on to deliver message of urgency. Extra, extra, this just in. Kate Middleton and Pippa Middleton have disappeared and have gone into missing. Will real man please find them? Announced radio man with urgency. What? Garfield roared as he braked his red Corvette in shock. Anger swelled in Garfield like hot air in balloon and was ready to explode. Garfield then clenched steering wheel with determination of true hero. The damned degenerations will pay for kidnapping of beautiful British babes, Garfield uttered with teeth clenching. Time for investigations. I know just where to go, Garfield said as he put his foot on gas for speeding to local English pub. Garfield drove to local English pub with speed of wheeled serpent for drink and information. I am going to wet my whistle, Garfield said as he entered pub for refreshment. Garfield waltzed over to barkeeper for demanding of requests. I want lasagna beer brewed with power and steel, Garfield demanded as he pounded fist on bar table. Yes, sir, said barkeeper with obedience. After receiving drink, Garfield sipped beer with relaxed coolness, taking in surrounding. Garfield knew when living life of the hero, there was danger all around. Garfield saw in the tavern a pool table with pool playing happening. Garfield approached the pool table with shred of confidence and saw fools playing with their pool. Hello, fellows. Mind if I join for a quick game? Yes, Garfield. We have 90 gallons of lasagna for betting, but you will never win, said Bar Hooligan with challenge. You will eat those words, as I will eat my newly won lasagna, said Garfield, taking pool stick with firm grip and approaching table for playing. Garfield swung the pool stick and played the pool and got a grand slam strike, winning all the jackpot. Looks like I got a hole in one, said Garfield with a sly smile. Damn you, Garfield! I have bet all of my life savings, said the bar hooligan with anger as he rushed Garfield with pool stick for hitting. Seems like you also bet all of your life, quipped Garfield as he did flying spin kick on rushing hooligan, sending him flying. Hooligan landed into jukebox, turning it on for playing a funkabilly rock and roll music for bar rumbling action. With beat-thumping, bar-brawling music playing, a group of bar hooligans soon began surrounding Garfield for bar-brawling bash. You have insulted your last offense. We will gut you like a goat, intimidated bar hooligan with anger. You fools are gluttons for pain, but do not be of worry, for I am the buffet, and it is all you can eat, Garfield said with taunting hand motion to bar hooligans. Buffet this, Garfield. I shouted one hooligan as he took a bottle and broke it on table. The hooligan then rushed Garfield for stabbing, but Garfield dodged the broken bottle with ease and grabbed the hooligan and lifted him above head. You look sweaty. Here, take a dip, Garfield said as he body slammed hooligan on pool table. That is what I am calling a pool party, Garfield quipped with cleverness. After clever quips, Garfield saw Hooligan rushing from behind. Garfield twirled like Ferris wheel and thrust pool stick into Hooligan with impaling, made blood squirt like Yellowstone geyser. You are too stuck up, said Garfield with wittiness as he pulled out pool stick from Hooligan body. Ugh. There we are. Garfield saw across bar hooligan thug taking out handgun for shooting, but Garfield did not break a sweat and threw pool stick at thug with aerodynamics, making it go through thug and stick him on dartboard. You got a bullseye. Your prize is first class ticket to hell, Garfield said with congratulations. After thug sticking, Garfield then approached hooligan ringleader to finish what had been started the way a real man does. Garfield, please don't hurt me, I'm sorry, cried the hooligan ringleader with begging. Garfield ignored pathetic pleas and grabbed the hooligan ringleader by neck and dragged him to the bar counter. You are looking worried. Why not drown your sorrows in drink? Garfield asked as he shoved the hooligan leader under bar tap and forced his mouth onto it. Drink up, it is happy hour, Garfield said as he turned on tap to the mask. Max? Replied the hooligan ringleader as his mouth filled with alcohol, making him choke. Soon his head was filling to the brim with alcohol, blowing up like blowfish. His head then exploded into bits. I guess the drink went right to his head, Garfield joked with hilarity. Bravo, you fight like fiery dragon. Then out of the shadows came a figure dressed in barmaid dress with sultry walking. It was Sarah Ferguson. Which I want to say she's like part of like Parliament or something. I don't know. I always forget. It is my pleasure to clean gutter trash with my fist of cleansing, Garfield said with casualness. I hear you are looking for Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton, said Sarah Ferguson with knowledge. That is right, my sassy siren. You better be telling me all that is known from your lips, Garfield said with demanding. I will give you what you need, but first you have to give me what I need, Sarah Ferguson said with seduction. Very well. I see you will not talk, so I will make you scream, Garfield said with a wink. Sorry, I need a quick sip. Yes, Garfield, interrogate me all night long, said Sarah Ferguson, leading Garfield to bedroom. I'm going to baste you like Thanksgiving turkey and stuff you. Oh no, she's gonna be she's gonna be getting basted with gravy, all right. I'm gonna basket. Oh yeah, it's been so long since I felt touch of man. Do with me what you will be doing, said Sarah Ferguson as she lay down on bed, undoing her nightgown. Garfield pressed a button which played sexy romantic power ballads. Garfield then approached Sarah Ferguson and embraced her with manly hands. He climbed atop her and wrapped around her like serpent of sexiness. He squeezed her with love and passion like boa constrictor, wrapping around rodent, crushing her with pleasure. The night went on, feeling like a millennia, as their bodies were covered in sweat and love juices. Meanwhile, in Prince Harry's throne room, Prince Harry was sitting on throne, throwing knives at picture of Garfield flexing muscles hanging in his room. As Prince Harry threw his knives, Prince Charles came in to have talking to. My son, I know you are mad, but to fight Garfield is error of fools, Prince Charles advised with honesty. I will avenge my brother. Vengeance is all I am living for. It is my breath, said Prince Harry with madness obsession as he fondled his knife. Be careful. The road of obsession is steep cliff. Once you walk it, the only way down is through falling, said Prince Charles with truth. I do not need your advice, father. I have set my path on the course, and now there is no turning back. I have set the perfect trap. Soon Garfield's end will be mine. Declared Prince Harry with cackles. You are doomed to destiny of madness and sorrow, Prince Charles said with sadness as he walked away. Meanwhile, back in Sarah Ferguson's bedroom, Sarah Ferguson was recovering from intense lovemaking, which was like a thunderstorm in the body. Garfield was not tired at all. Garfield, my body's exhausted with pleasure, said Sarah Ferguson with catching breath. Yes, but enough fun time. Now it is time to give me the information I need, Garfield demanded with sternness. Very well. Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton are kept in Prince Harry's castle of dread and agony in land of Wales, said Sarah Ferguson with information. Of course, Garfield said with revelation. But now that I have told you this truth, I must die in flames of glory. Farewell to you, Garfield, my one true man, said Sarah Ferguson, revealing explosion vest and pressing button on it. No, said Garfield with protest. Time to be one with explosion, said Sarah Ferguson as she exploded. As Sarah Ferguson exploded, Garfield jumped out of window for escaping. You are now explosion, but you will always be woman to me, said Garfield with remembrance. Garfield then hopped into his red Corvette to drive to Prince Harry's castle of fear and sorrow, where ladies were being held captive. Apples do not fall far from each other, and these apples are rotten to their cores, Garfield said with philosophy as he drove on to rescue. After driving, Garfield came upon Prince Harry's castle of mystery and shame. Garfield wasted no time and rammed through the front door with his red Corvette, smashing through with ease. This is the delivery man. I have first-class package of fists ready to be delivered to your face, Garfield roared as he hopped into his red Corvette. As Garfield explored, castle guards came up for attacking, but they are no challenge to the man. Go home and buy kittens to dress up, Garfield said as he tore through guards like a lawnmower through warm cheese. Soon after exploring, Garfield came to an empty room filled with more lasagna than I could see. Now this is the treasure of one. Now this is treasure of one of kind taste, Garfield said as he prepared himself for feasting. Garfield ate the lasagna. While there was more lasagna to feed continents of armies, Garfield ate it all like a real man with no problem. When it was done, though, sudden feelings of strangeness overcame him. I am feeling like windmill, Garfield said as he saw world spinning around him. Garfield then fell down deep into slumber. In his dreams, he had nightmares of beautiful babes being kidnapped, and he could not save them. As he woke, he found himself chained to stone. He was at Stonehenge, chained to stone. The chains were made out of adamantium and magic, and there were enough chains to hold 40 speeding trains and 80 rampaging elephants. Surrounding Garfield were wicked druids. Drum beats were being played, and in the distance he saw Prince Harry and chariot of bones and blood being pulled by flaming hell steeds. On a quick side note, I remember somebody earlier was like, nobody's poisoning lasagna and using it as a weapon. This one does it. Which is really funny that was mentioned. Garfield, at last on this hour I have trapped you, and soon you will be meeting vengeance, said Prince Harry with smugness. And soon you will be meeting your brother in hell, courtesy of my hands of manly virtue, Garfield said with defiance. Fool! You will be begging mercy on knees of begging when I am done with you. Whip him! Yelled Prince Harry with anger. At Prince Harry's command, Druid Whipmasters whipped Garfield with a whip, but Garfield did not flinch but spat in his face. Pain is my pleasure, you womanly fiend. My spirit will never break, roared Garfield with manly resistance. We will be seeing about this. You cannot last forever. As hours go on, your words of impudence shall turn into tears of sorrow, said Prince Harry with dark heart as he ordered to continue whipping. Hours and days went by with whipping, but Garfield did not show sign of fatigue or tiredness, his face full of masculine stoicism as he showed no pain. Impossible! No man can take such abuse, cried out Prince Harry in disbelief. The puny whips make no dents in my body of iron, said Garfield with cool confidence. Very well, it is about time to be ending this show with encore. The grand finale is your death. Prepare the lava, ordered Prince Harry to his druids. Druids brought out a large pot of lava with skulls to be poured onto Garfield. But suddenly there was a familiar voice heard by all. Amako! It was John Arbuckle on the hillside with hair blowing in wind and sun blazing behind him. John Arbuckle took out his flaming lasagna electric guitar and started playing chords of power. Rockin' metal began giving power to Garfield's muscles, recharging them with rock. The power of metal ran through Garfield's massive muscles, and he broke 3 of chains with ease. What? Cried out Prince Harry with shrieking terror. The metal of your chains is no match for the metal in my veins, Garfield said with a rock and roll. Get him, you fools! Ordered Prince Harry to his druid minions. Druid Whipmasters ran to Garfield with his whip for attacking, but Garfield grabbed his arms. Give me helping hand, quipped Garfield as he tore off Druid Whipmaster's arms and made a nunchaku out of them. Now I am armed and dangerous, Garfield said, wielding armed nunchaku with ferocity. Garfield plowed through Druid army with his armed nunchaku as John Arbuckle shredded his guitar with awesome playing. As Garfield smashed Druids to bits of Druid goo, Prince Harry began ranning to escape. Do not be running from the fate of justice, you insect, said Garfield as he pursued the chasing. Garfield followed Prince Harry into a cave, leading them to underground tunnels. Inside there was a vast underground maze, but Garfield kept on the chase like squid on the hunt. Soon Garfield came on underground area with waterfall. On walls were Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton chained in imprisonment. Prince Harry was waiting there for final battle. Garfield! Cried out Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton in unison. Silence, you she-women! yelled Prince Harry in anger. No need for worrying, my captive beauties. The man is here for rescue. Garfield consoled worried women. We will be seeing this, Garfield. Now we will settle the score. I challenge you to one-on-one manly fighting. Prince Harry challenged with audaciousness as he tore off his shirt to reveal English rose tattoo. I accept your challenges, Garfield said with studly braveness as he tore his shirt showing massive manly muscles and a tattoo on his back of lasagna-breathing dragon. Garfield and Prince Harry circled each other, preparing fists of fighting. Prince Harry rushed with furies of fists and kicks, but Garfield blocked them all with his hurricane-like reflexes. Garfield then returned blow with amazing left hook punch, sending Prince Harry flying. Not bad, Garfield, but I am not finished yet. Prepare yourself for ultimate attack, shouted Prince Harry as he prepared his royal raging demon kick. Flames surrounded Prince Harry as he rushed with fire and rage into Garfield, kicking in his toned abs. Direct hit, Prince Harry shouted in terrible triumph. Think again, Garfield said as he stood without phasing. What? Cried out Prince Harry as he continued to kick Garfield with his flaming feet. Your blows are like wet noodles to my muscles of concrete, said Garfield with dismissal. Silence, said Prince Harry with crying as he continued to kick Garfield without effects. It is my turn. Time to make your face match your hair. Garfield roared as he launched thousands of fists at Prince Harry with great smashing, sending him flying. As Prince Harry laid down in defeat, Garfield stood over him. Garfield, my heart is bursting with the vengeance and hatred. My soul is consumed with darkness. You must end the misery of my life, Prince Harry said as one tear of blood ran down cheek. So be it. My fist delivers mercy as well as justice. Feel my mercy, as Garfield said as he reared fist and punched Prince Harry in the heart. Garfield's punch caused blood to burst out of every pore and princely body, and eyes pop out until his body bursted into explosion of blood. After defeating of Prince Harry, Garfield went to free Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton from chains. Thank you, Garfield. I knew you would come from us, Kate Middleton said, embracing him. Sister, do not be hogging up this man meal. I want tasty bite, said Peepa Middleton as she rushed to also embrace Garfield. Do not be fighting, ladies. There is more man meat here to keep you ladies filled, Garfield said with reassurance. Garfield, you are knowing what to say, said Kate Middleton with swooning. I am looking for 2 loaves of woman for my lady sandwich. Are you 2 chickies game? Garfield asked with flirting as he put his arms around Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton. Yes, Garfield, we will give you sisterly pleasure, said Peepa Middleton as they went to bedroom for lovemaking. Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton then took off their clothes, showing supple bodies, and approached Garfield for pleasuring. Hey, sexy sisters, you should kiss each other for my viewing pleasure, Garfield suggested with excellent idea. Anything you want, Garfield, said Kate Middleton as she kissed Peepa Middleton with mouth full of passion. Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton kissed each other and made each other out with passion and force, rubbing each other all over. As sisters pleasured each other, Garfield watched with approval eyes as he smoked lasagna cigarette. Very good. You ladies put on a good show, but now it is time for main event, Garfield said as he leapt into pleasure pile, making love to Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton. Kate Middleton and Peepa Middleton laid down as Garfield crawled on them like sexual salamander, licking their bodies with the tongue of love. He then thrust their bodies with manly force of galactic proportions. As nights came into evenings, they made love like bees make honey, sweet, gooey, and full of nutrition. The end? Oof. Alright. Well, there we go. Alright. Oof. I hope everyone had fun. I'm glad so many people stayed. I was a little concerned that people would probably just leave because it's late. But yeah, I had a blast, and I hope you guys enjoyed that that romp down Shakespeare-Hemmingway's Garfield. Ooh, I need a sip real quick.
I don't know why, but the Garfield voice in particular is rough. You think it'd be the weird, like, pseudo Skeletor, but let's. You know what? Tots is raiding. Let's raid Tots. Let's do a New Year's Blade raid. Oh yeah. Thanks for coming. I had a real blast. I will see you guys. Oh yeah, no, that's it. I'm glad you guys came, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Sometime, if I do another one of these again, I might just do all of the Mass Effect one, because the Mass Effect ones, I said, it's like 32,000 words, 19 chapters. It's crazy. But for now, let's go raid Tots and see what's up. And have a nice night and have a nice rest of year, and I'll hopefully see you another time.